KNDY.
Good evening, Marysville fans. We are down here in Hesston as the Bulldogs are about ready to take on Hesston in this Week 9 matchup. We have the national anthem going on, so we will take a break real quick. We will get starters and everything else after Coach Tony Trimble's interview.
What happened?
This house is too small.
So let's buy a new house.
But we can't afford a new house. Money doesn't grow on trees.
That's why we'll go to United Bank and Trust. I heard they have low mortgage rates that are affordable for everyone.
Well, then let's go right now.
Stop and see me, Nick Wolf, at United Bank and Trust to talk about getting your new home loan process started, or visit us online at www.ubankonline.com. UBank, we deliver. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsmen place product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Extend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Extend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsmen. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff of Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it the most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. They know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and now Humboldt, Nebraska.
Good evening, Marysville Bulldogs football fan. Max Blasky joining you here live from Hesston. Jason Benninger and Brian Crott have the night off tonight. I will be on the call, joined with my statistician, Hannah Kendall, here to my right, keeping me in line tonight. Boy, do we have a doozy down here as your hometown Bulldogs are about ready to take on the Hesston Swathers. Hesston comes in with a record of 5-3 on the season, while Marysville, of course, coming in off a loss to Clay Center last week, 3-5 on the season. It is Week 9 football action about ready to get underway down here in Hesston. We've got Coach Tony Trimble's interview coming up here in just a little bit. We'll get starters after that, and we'll see you here right before kickoff.
Take the worry out of ordering and refilling your propane tanks with Kramer Oil. Great people to work with. Their family has been serving your family since 1976. Customize your account with delivery and automatic refill, prepaid discount, or level billing options available. Hard work, integrity, and dedication to the community are hallmarks that Kramer Oil lives by and promise to deliver for you. Join the family today with a phone call to Kramer Oil in Marysville. Find them online at krameroil.com.
This is Rhett Williams, a senior here at Marysville High School. I'm standing here with Tony Trimble, the head football coach at Marysville High School. And after the tough loss at Clay Center, with the final being 14-24, what were your final evaluations from Friday night's loss?
Well, it was definitely a tough loss. You know, it had a lot of meaning to it. The potential to have a home football game for the first round of the playoffs was huge for us. It's also a league game, which made a big importance to it. But, you know, I really felt like our kids played well most of the night. We had a few self-inflicted wounds that kind of were at key times and really put us in bad situations. And, you know, I felt like we controlled the game most of the night, except for just a few exceptions, and those exceptions ended up being kind of the final nail in the coffin.
As your first season here in Marysville is coming up and the playoffs are here, what has the senior class meant to you?
Well, I've said it over and over and over again. This is a great group of kids. It's a big senior class. They're great leaders. They've worked extremely hard. They've made my transition into this program really, really easy for me. And they've just been outstanding kids to work with. My only regret is I couldn't have had them for 4 years or even longer.
And we know that you've struggled with injuries this season. How crucial is it to have everyone healthy going into the playoffs?
Well, that's always a key. That's key for everyone. You know, football's a contact sport, and there's a lot of things that people get banged up, get some injuries here and there. I really feel like right now most of our injuries are kind of on the healing side, and everybody's starting to get back to where they need to be. And so hopefully that kind of pays off for us and we get everybody rolling here at the end of the season when it's most important.
So we're on the road to Hesston. What kind of challenges are they bringing?
Well, Hesston's a very physical football team. They're going to be probably the most aggressive physical team we've played this season. They're well coached. They do some things very well, but I do feel like that with what we do on offense, we have a chance to move the ball, control the clock, keep the ball out of their hands, and if we can go through and make some drives without making a bunch of mistakes, I think that we have a great chance to go over there and win this game.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville, today.
It's service you can always trust at Sink Gordon & Associates in Waterville and Marysville. Their experience in all matters of farm, business, and individual income tax planning and preparation, estates and trust, accounting and payroll services too. Call Chad Parker in Waterville at 363-2263 or Aaron Wright in Marysville at 562-3858. Sink Gordon & Associates, comprehensive and innovative accounting in Northeast Kansas since 1946.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. Max Blasky, of course, joining you here tonight down in Hesston. Going to take a look at our starters just a few minutes away from kickoff here on this week 9 of Friday Night Lights down here in South Central Kansas, just north of Wichita. Long drive down here, but it's going to be a great game. Going to start with the starters for the home team, Hesston Swathers. Of course, they come into this game with a 5-3 record, starting in the backfield, led by quarterback Hudson Perales, a 6'1", 190 junior. To his side at wide receiver will be number 2, Jake Proctor, 6'4", 188 senior. Isaac Sanchez, a 5'7", 180 senior, will also be at the wide out position, number 18. In the backfield, number 40, Tyron Taylor, a 5'7", 175 senior, will flank him, along with 49, Carter Gonzalez, a 5'8", 210 sophomore. Starting at your tight end position, it'll be Bo Warden, a 6', 224 junior. Hayden O'Harlan will start on the defense and offensive line, a 5'10", 212 junior. A lot of juniors on this team. Seniors too, Ledden, number 57, Kobe McCormick, number 60, Josh Cohen, number 64, Tegan Lang, and number 73, Hayden Hartlong will round out the starters for the Hesston Swathers. For your Marysville Bulldogs, fully healthy now as the season is starting to wind down. Starters will be the same as last week. In the backfield, led by quarterback Will Otot, 6'1", 175, a sophomore. Trenton Schaefer will also rotate in the backfield. Number 2, a 5'9", 160 senior. Peyton Smith, Rook Williams, and Rhett Williams will run your backfield, along with Schaefer dialing in there a little bit. Peyton Smith, a 6'3", 215 senior. Rhett Williams, 6'3", 205 senior. And Rook Williams will also play some quarterback, will be 6'3", 195, 212. Excuse me, Rook is the quarterback. Will Otot will get some work probably, though, tonight at that position. Blake Spicer will round out here your linebacker positions, 165 junior, and Trent Hornbeek will get some action as well, 6'1", 185 junior. It's going to be John Dre Walton on the line, 6'2", 220 senior. Braden Dellerwalkie, a 5'8", 245 junior. Ashton Schaefer, a 5'10", 215 junior. And Bo Urban, a 6'2", 240 senior, will round out the starting offensive line for the Bulldogs. We're going to take one quick break, but we'll be back here on KNDY Radio, home of the Bulldogs.
Your hometown partner with any do-it-yourself project is Hometown Lumber of Marysville and Axtell Lumber of Axtell. Serving the community for over 20 years, expert knowledge accompanied by a helpful smile and reassuring handshake will tell you you're in the right place. With all your building needs, they are ready to help you. Stocked with a full line of lumber and hardware to go along with tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and lawn and garden, you'll leave knowing you've made the right choice by stopping at Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber in Marysville.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Well, Bulldog fans, it is time. Week 9 is finally upon us as the high school football season slowly draws to an end for your hometown Marysville Bulldogs, setting at 3-5 tonight. Made the long road trip down here to Hesston. Absolutely beautiful night for football. It's a little chilly, but by golly, we are in the stands. We are warm tonight, and it is time for some Friday night football. First kickoff is going to be a little pooch kick up the middle, but taken and recovered. I believe that is number 36 for Marysville. On his hands, team Grant Hafley. He will start the opening drive for the Bulldogs just on their side of the 50-yard line. So, of course, Max Blasky joined here today. Of course, a unfamiliar voice for some of you, but taking over tonight for Jason Brenniger and Brian Kroc back in Marysville. Took the night off down in Emporia calling state volleyball today. If you didn't get a chance to tune in, the Hanover Wildcats went undefeated in pool play and now will play their tournament match starting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Tune in to KNDY 95.5 to hear all state volleyball action. First play for the Bulldogs. Believe we're going to have a false start on the offense, and that's not the look that Tony Trimble and his Bulldog teams was looking for. Of course, the Bulldogs are led by their senior lead in backfield. Rick Williams will run the offense just as always. His brother, Rhett Williams, will sit beside him at running back. At fullback, Peyton Smith is back after a few weeks out due to injury, but he is back with a vengeance, playing well, and Will Otop will round out that backfield for your Bulldogs here tonight. Going to get into Hesston's starting lineup on their first possession on offense, but right now let's see what the Bulldogs can do. They swing it out far side left. It's going to be number 8, Rhett Williams, with the catch and gets up towards the sideline of close to the original line to gain, but he's going to come up well short. That's going to bring up a second down, and we're going to call it here about a 12 coming up after that false start penalty. Just setting in midfield. Excellent opportunity here for the Bulldogs to strike early and strike often in this game. Had a chance to talk to Coach Tony Trimble this weekend, talking a little bit about Hesston. He said they like to throw the ball on the offensive side, and defensively they are very physical. So he is looking for his boys in order to come out and play physical right along with them after this long road trip. It's going to be a give up the middle to Smith as he's going to plow his way forward for about 4 or 5 yards. They're going to bring up a long third down. Of course, Marysville rolling the same offense out that they have all year, a wing bat set there, Peyton Smith in the middle. A lot of motion will be used from the slot position, but a good game we should have tonight. Marysville just kind of looking off paper. They look a little bit bigger up front. Hesston comes out here in a 3-3-5, I believe it's kind of looking like, early out starting this game. Of course, Marysville likes to run the ball, likes to control the clock, but a key to that also is sustaining drives. And already here we are in a long 3rd down and 7 position, just under 11 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to be Smith in the backfield. It's going to be Rook Williams going in motion from left to right. They're going to give it to him, and he's going to be stopped well short of the first down, maybe getting a yard or 2 out of that, but that's going to be all that the Bulldogs can muster on that drive. So a quick early call here for Coach Tony Trimble and his Bulldogs. It looks like the punting team is going to come out as they were not able to get much out of that first drive. They started with excellent field position. Hesston came out and a little pooch squib kick to start the game off, giving Marysville an opportunity to go down and march, but a false start on the first play of the drive set the Bulldogs back 5 yards. So it's going to be Smith back to punt for the Bulldogs. Looks like Hesston's going to bring pressure up the middle. Good block by the Bulldogs. A great punt there by Peyton Smith as he booms it down to the 1, but that is going to roll on into the end zone for a touchback. So our first opportunity here tonight to look at this Marysville defense as well as this Hesston offense. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, they like to throw the ball. They are led by quarterback Hudson Ferralis. He has close to 1,500 yards so far on the season, 12 touchdowns, does have 4 picks in 8 weeks. So a little bit of a concern there was looking at it. They've also coughed up a few fumbles. So this team is prone to some sloppy play here or there. So that's what Marysville needs to keep track of. They need to be physical. They need to attack at the point of attack. It's going to be quick swing pass out here, incomplete, as Freeze was trying to get it quickly out to Sanchez here near side. Of course, Isaac Sanchez, one of the smaller players out there on the field, 5'7", 180, but a senior, plays hard, runs hard, was on the kickoff. Saw him go down, put his body on the line there, but an early incomplete pass for Ferralis, as now the Marysville Bulldogs have forced Hesston into a 2nd down and 10. Ball setting right about the 20-yard line. A little fake pitch out here, but a run up the middle will yield very little, as the Bulldog defense so far here tonight is standing strong. Of course, only 2 plays. We got a long way to go, but looking at it so far, good communication coming from the Bulldogs. They're getting off the ball real quick. Lots of balls to the hats as well. So the ball is setting just, we're going to call it on the Hesston side of the 30. We're going to call it here at the 23-yard line, actually, as Hesston has now been pushed back into a 3rd and 7 at their own 23-yard line. It's going to be Ferralis looking. Ferralis screen. Ferralis looking shot. He's got a receiver, but overthrown, incomplete. Number 8 for Marysville, Rhett Williams, was on the defensive end for that. Good job by the Marysville defense to force a punt on the Hesston side. So great job there by defensively. Watching him here, Ferralis looked like a smart quarterback. Went through his reads real quick. It was 1, 2, 3. Decided to take a shot deep to Jake Proctor, leading off the game, but not able to find him, as the senior Rhett Williams was in good defensive coverage, just overthrows him. It's going to be Rhett back to return. Takes a funky bounce on him at the 35. Decides to pick it up. Musters about 5 yards. Good run there by Rhett. Tough running there by Rhett, as he gets all the way up to almost the 50-yard line. Wasn't for sure if he had much going on there at all. Bounced right at his feet at the 35-yard line, but able to get up past the 45, and we're going to call it at the 48. So the same starting field position that the Bulldogs started off with in their first possession. Let's see what they can do here on offense. Of course, Tony Trimble likes to run this triple option offense. It is effective if you can get downhill and if you can get your offensive linemen to push this defense in front of Hesston. And like I said, looking at it, Marysville seems to have the bigger offensive line starting out. Hesston's going to start off here in a 4-3. Looks like a 4 there. It's going to go right up the middle to Smith. Smith's going to plow forward for about 8 yards. We're going to call it good, tough running there by the senior Peyton Smith. Got a chance to talk to head coach Tony Trimble a couple weeks ago, and we talked about the senior Smith coming back into the starting lineup and what he means for this team. And he adds a physicality standpoint, and he adds a toughness standpoint, especially, like Tony said, more at the middle linebacker position, but he is a heck of a runner at the fullback position. So Marysville now with better field position across the 50-yard line into Hesston territory now. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from the 45-yard line. Still no score, and it's just under 5 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Quick moving, though, first quarter, as we're going to be close to a first down, and they are going to call it, as I believe that was number 8, Rhett Williams getting in there and getting his first down run for the Bulldogs. So first down tonight for the Bulldogs as they continue to run clock. They'll, of course, keep switching running backs in. Devin Tomer runs out. Blake Spicer comes back in, and I take that back. That wasn't Rhett Williams on the last run. It was Devin Tomer. Comes in for one play, gets about 7 yards, gets the Bulldogs a first down, and chains are moving for Marysville. 7:30 here left to play in the first quarter. Clock is ticking. Will Otot goes to motion left side. It's going to be pitch Otot. Otot's got room up the left side. First down, Otot. Otot cuts back in. Gets a block and all the way up to the Hesston 20-yard line. Good running there by the sophomore Will Otot, taking it around the outside left edge, being able to beat the end defender for Hesston, who is number 44 on that play, Bo Warden able to just outrun him, and that's one thing that I think Marysville does have on this Hesston team is some speed on the outside. If they can get their athletes in space, and we've seen it all season in some film studies and talking to Coach Trimble all season, if they can get their athletes in space, they feel they have just about as good a shot as anyone in breaking a run for a long gainer. It's going to be a man in motion. It's going to be pitch here to that motion man, but I don't want to say not smart decision as quarterback Rook Williams pitched it to his brother, Rhett Williams, and I think it was the right read, but the cornerback was there and absolutely popped Rhett just as soon as he caught the ball. That's going to be a loss of 3 as now we set down at 2nd and 13. Just watching here early, Hesston defensively is wanting to get out to that outside, kind of like I talked about, maybe a little bit worried about the speed of the Bulldogs, but the middle looks to be open. So maybe that first read for Rook, will be the move tonight. We'll have to see what Coach Tony Trimble sees from the sideline as this game goes on. But so far tonight, a good-looking second drive, much better than the first drive. We are sitting here at a 2nd down and 13. No score, 5:45 left to go here in the game. And Tony Trimble doesn't like what he sees, and he's going to take a timeout. We'll take it with him. We'll be right back here after 60 seconds here on KNDY Radio.
Haymakers like you told us what they want from a self-propelled windrower, and New Holland listened. Visit Can-Equip in Marysville and see the result. The high productivity, high precision, high performance Speed Rower Plus, featuring the industry's fastest speeds, drive-by wire controls, PLM solutions, and our most comfortable ride ever. It'll help you mow more hay in a day faster and with greater precision. Stop by Can-Equip in Marysville and put big new pluses to work in your hay operation.
Update your home today with a new look from Feldkamp's Furniture Mart. See their tremendous selection of living room, dining room, and bedroom sets and furniture, as well as bedding, accent pieces, appliances, and more. Flooring choices with professional installation are available to complete a new look from start to finish for a single room or your entire home. Financing options for any budget up to 24 months with no interest, as well as free delivery, making buying local easy. Shop Feldkamp's Furniture and Flooring in Marysville today.
Back here at Hobbs Stadium down in Hesston. Pressure there for the Hesston Swathers as quarterback Rook Williams. I'll get those names here switched around by the end of the night. We'll get her figured out. Quarterback Rook Williams got some pressure up the middle, had to throw it away. Thankfully incomplete, but quick pressure came up the middle there by Hesston as that's going to force Marysville down, I believe, into a 3rd down and 13. Looks like we've got a penalty, but it looks like we will decline it. An illegal shift on the Bulldogs is what it was, but we're going to pull up a 3rd down. So first big test here for this Marysville Bulldogs offense. 3rd down and 13 at the 24 of Hesston. Probably just outside of field goal range. Not sure we're much of a field goal kicking team, but we're going to pitch it here far side. It's going to be Will Othod around the left side again. Will Othod gets a block, and he's not going to get the first down. He's going to get up to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to be about the 20-yard line for Williams, as that is where the Bulldogs' second drive stalls out. So a good job there by the Bulldogs, able to get all the way into Hesston territory, but once again, a loss on a pitch play and an illegal motion, which brought up a deep 3rd down, not able to get out of their own way. So it is going to be a field goal attempt here. I believe that is number 10 kicking for Marysville. Jack Lauer, he's going to kick it up. It's going to be short and no good. So Marysville with a first chance to get on the board, not able to get there with a long Jake Lauer field goal. We're going to take a quick break here on KNDY, but we'll be right back. Scoreless here down in Hesston.
Tension Envelope, the leader in envelope and packaging solutions, is currently looking to hire new members to its staff. With a great work schedule and benefits package, Tension Envelope might be for you. Don't believe me? Well, how about some of the experts at Tension convince you?
My name's Josh Schoenberger. My duty is an adjuster at Tension Envelope. We work 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, and then 7 days off for the majority of the jobs that are down here at Tension.
Well, hi, I'm Deb Logus, and I've been here 43 years. I'm a plate maker right now is what I'm doing. They take good care of us. We've got good benefits.
Head on over to their website for more information on open positions or call their Marysville location to find out for yourself if Tension Envelope is right for you.
Back here in Hesston, still scoreless early on in this game. 4:30 clock running. Hesston's first play of their second drive. Gained about 2 yards on a run there up the middle. It's going to be another run, but a great stop there by number 50. John Dre Walton got the stop for Marysville, and the runner on that was Tyron Taylor for Hesston. So the Bulldogs defense so far early on here in this game coming up strong, especially up the middle. Taylor there had, it looked like a lane, but Walton came from his defensive line position from the other end of the line and stopped him for a very short game. 3rd down and 8, big play here for this Marysville defense. Rolling out, looking for the screen right. Now rolling back right, he's looking for a shot deep. It's going to be, and he almost had him, but off the fingertips of Jake Proctor. That was Hudson Ferralis looking, and when I tell you he had all day to pass back there, he did. Tried to set up a screen here left side, it looked like to his halfback, rolled back out to his right, took a shot towards midfield, but the Marysville defense holds strong again. So far in this game, Hesston has got good, pretty decent field position after Marysville was unable to capitalize on even better field position on their part. And now here we go again. We've got another punt for Hesston. It's going to be number 8, Rhett Williams, sitting back here about midfield, looking to return the punt. Had about a 10-yard punt return on his last one, a pretty tough run. It looks like he's going to get a chance. Nope, we're going to go out of bounds. It's going to be right at midfield, and that's going to start our second possession or third possession for the Bulldogs right at the 50. So far early here in this game, neither team able to get some points on the board. We're still setting scoreless, 3:34 left here to play in the first quarter, but Marysville has started no worse than their own 45-yard line. So excellent field position, but not able to sustain a lengthy drive yet. Was able to chew up about 3 or 4 minutes on that last one, but not able to get points off that. After Jack Lauer missed, we're going to call it about a 37-yard field goal, just short and to the left. It's going to be a give to Smith up the middle. Smith with a big hole. There you go, big run by Smith as he blows over the middle linebacker for Hesston as Smith tumbles towards about the first down marker. And I think they might give it to, nope, they're going to call him just short. So that's going to bring up about a second down and about 2 inches here as the Bulldogs are on the move here in their third drive of this game. Mentioned that just a little bit earlier that Smith looked to have some room to rumble, and unfortunately Smith has went to the sideline now. Looks like he's grabbing at that right shoulder. Of course, missed some games with some concussions early on in the game. I don't know, might be a finger too. He's kind of grabbing that left arm. So that's going to bring in a new fullback for the game, and we'll see who that is here in just a little bit. I believe that is Trenton Hornbeek that actually lined up at fullback for that play. And that's going to be a first down. We're just going to go old-fashioned quarterback sneak right up the middle. Rook Williams laid out that long 6'3" frame of his, a lengthy kid, as here comes Smith back into the game. So I don't know if we got a jam finger or if we got something in, but a tough kid, he's not going to let this opportunity miss him by. And, of course, a lot of seniors on this Marysville team. It's going to be 6 seniors starting for this Marysville team. So possibly last game, depending on how it goes for this class. And, of course, Tony Trimble has talked all season how this has been a great class for him. First season up here in Marysville, not exactly how they wanted it to happen, but here we set at 3-5, and a great opportunity there as while my little talking was going on, a sweep went all the way up to the left side. It's going to be a first down. Rook Williams was the benefactor of that run as he took it almost, we're going to call it there, 15 yards for another first down. So here we go again. Ball setting at the 26 of Hesston. Marysville knocking on the door. Still scoreless. 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter, but Marysville knocking. Here we go. First down and 10 play. Let's see what Coach Tony Trimble has. Of course, clock stopped on that run as Rook ran out of bounds, but other than that, we have a fast-moving first quarter down here in Hesston. Of course, want to thank everyone for listening in. Max Lasky joining you here tonight. Jason Brenniger and Brian Kroc has the night off. It's going to go right up the middle to number 36, Grant Hafley, the 5'11" freshman, actually, plowing his way for about 3 or 4 yards there. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7 for the Bulldogs. Just under 2 minutes left to play here in this first quarter. So rotating in Smith, I don't know. Like I said, don't want to speculate on what that injury is, but rotating Smith in there momentarily, trying to get him some breaks, not to use him too terribly much. Of course, a couple plays ago went to the sideline, grimacing in some pain, but he is back in there now. He's going to line up at the I formation with Will Otop behind him. Ran a sweep last time. Now they're going to give it to Smith. Option play, actually, Rook Williams keeps it for a 1st down, and that's going to get inside the 10-yard line of Hesston, as now Marysville is starting to get to the outside of this Hesston defense. Mentioned it a little bit ago. Will Otop already with 2 big runs to the outside. Moments ago, Rook Williams took one to the outside, and here we are. Rook Williams running that option with Otop far left side to the short side of the field. Able to get the 1st down, though, on the quarterback keeper, and Marysville is moving. 1 minute left here to play in the first quarter. Marysville knocking on the door, though, inside the 15-yard line of the Swathers. It's going to be 1st down and 10 at the 13. I formation with Smith in the backfield behind Rook. It's going to go motion here right side. It's going to go to Smith as he plows his way forward for about, we're going to give him here 4 yards, I think is what we're going to settle on for that. So good, tough running here by the senior early on in this game, and still out there, still fighting. Clock running, 40 seconds left here to play in the first quarter. Let's see what Tony Trimble wants to do. Of course, likes to use clock, likes to control the ball, and I think that's what we're probably going to see here. Clock running, 27. Nope, we're going to get one more play here before quarter break. Marysville knocking on the door at 2nd down and 4 at the 7-yard line of Hesston. No score yet, 15 seconds left. Going to be I formation with Smith and Wildcott in the backfield. It's going to go Smith right up the middle. Going to gain about 3 or 4 yards, and we'll give him about 2, actually, as that's going to be the last play going into quarter. So at quarter break, we're going to still be tied at zeros, but Marysville knocking on the door inside the 10 of the Swathers. We'll be right back here on Candy Ride Radio. You're listening to the home of the Marysville Bulldogs.
BF Goodrich and Mike's OK Tire are offering $70 back when you buy 4 new BF Goodrich Trail Terrain TA tires. With your qualifying purchase, get $70 back via Visa Reward Card or Visa Virtual Account after online submission. Offer valid through November 15th. For complete details, contact Mike's OK Tire in Marysville. $70 back with your qualifying purchase of 4 BF Goodrich TA all-terrain tires at Mike's OK Tire in Marysville.
Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions, your farm and home marketing team since 1976. Let the family team of Tim, Tom, and Rob Olmsted and brother-in-law Tom Kirkland guide you in your real estate experience of selling or buying a home or farmland. Olmsted Real Estate and Auctions is experienced in providing timely, professional, and honest service. Find them on the web at olmstedrealestate.com or call today at 785-353-2210.
Back here at Hobbs Stadium down in Hesston, Kansas. The long journey and the cold night continues. Sun is set, lights are on, but we have a fantastic Friday night football game here. Your Marysville Bulldogs still scoreless with the Hesston Swathers, but knocking on the door. Ball inside the 5-yard line as that last run by Peyton Smith took it all the way down to the 4. Inside the 5, it's going to go fake motion as Tony Trimble's going to call that play off. Of course, Tony likes to run motion. Rhett Williams is normally that man, setting in the backfield with Smith in front of Otot. It's going to be a give to Otot. I believe he's going to be close to that 1st down. Needed to get about a yard for a 1st down, setting at the 4-yard line. And I don't think he actually got it. If he did, it's going to be awfully close. They haven't made a motion yet to see if he got it yet or not. Or do we have a flag on the play? We do. Illegal motion. So Rhett Williams took off in motion, stopped after about 2 yards, and went at that same time his brother Rook looked over towards the sideline, and that's enough to warrant a penalty. So, second big penalty of the game as the Bulldogs are knocked themselves back 5 yards. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 6, ball at the 9. A 1st down can happen at the 3-yard line, but it's going to be near side here for Marysville. Of course, Marysville working right to left here As we said, it's going to be near side hash. Smith in the backfield, O-Top behind him. Of course, Rhett Williams motioned off left. This time it's going to be Rook keeping it, and I think he's going to be short. He is going to be short, so that's going to bring up a 4th down and about 4 deep inside of Hesston territory. It's going to be a call for Tony Trimble, see what he wants to do. And it looks like we're going to try another field goal here, going to take the points instead of run it. Marysville having some good opportunities here early on in this game, but 2 5-yard penalties just couldn't get the job done, knocked Marysville back. That first one out of field goal range, and now we have an opportunity for our first field goal. Of course, it will be number 10, Jake Lauer, the 6'2", 200 senior, setting it up here. Short hash side, left side of the field. Kick is off the right foot, and he overcompensated it. No good, just short for the seniors. So we're going to switch ends of the field here real quick. Like Marysville not able to get the points as they were knocking on the door so close. But that 5-yard penalty, we've talked about it, or I've talked about it all season long. Those mental mistake penalties, especially when you're deep in opponent's territory, you can't have those. And in a game in which you travel, I don't know, what is it for Marysville, about 4 hours? I mean, you've got to get, maybe even more than that, you've got to try and get points any way you can. And that's what Tony Trimble was going for on that play, but it was not to be. So that's going to give Hesston tough field position. For this Marysville defense, a great opportunity to get a stop here on the defensive side. It's going to be a handoff to running back up the middle, taking a spin and up towards the middle, going to be close to a 1st down run, but no good. It's going to be Jake Proctor with the run, a 6'4", 188 senior for the Swathers. A good run there by Proctor as they ran a little off motion. The 2 receivers split left, trying to get that ground game running, but the Marysville defense so far holding strong, but a lot of field to defend here, and this is when it gets tough. Your offense marched all the way down the field, not able to get any points, and now here they are back on defense. It's going to be Ferralis back to pass. He's going to back left side wide open. Is a wide open number 85. I believe that was Austin Dufersloff. He's going to go all the way down to the 5, to the 10, and it's going to be a touchdown for the Hesston Swathers. A miscommunication on the Marysville defensive side. The left side of the defense left Asher all alone there, snuck out from his tight end position. A big boy, 5'10", 190 pounds. The sophomore was able to rumble for a huge Hesston touchdown. That's going to make it quick now, 6-0 Hesston, as they have jumped out here to the early lead, as they are going to go, I believe they're going to go for 2. So a 2-point conversion coming up here for Hesston early on in this game in the long, we're going to call it 65-yard touchdown pass. A little flea flicker. We're going to look back right side. It's going to go to the quarterback towards the goal line. He sneaks in, and it is good. That's going to be Proctor 2 for Alice, as Hesston has opened it up for the scoring here in the second quarter, 8-0. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back here on the home of the Marysville Bulldogs.
In the market for a new pickup, the Notice Motor Company has a 2022 Silverado 1500 custom 4-door 4-wheel drive. $1,500 off manufacturer's suggested list. And a 22 Silverado 1500 LTZ 71. It's a 4-door 4-wheel drive. $2,000 off manufacturer's suggested price at the Notice Motor Company in Marysville.
Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington offers sales, template, and installation of countertops, including quartz, solid surface, and Corian. Visit CromieLumber.com or stop in 609 Carolina in Marysville or 200 Ballard in Washington. For your next kitchen remodel project, see Cromie Lumber in Marysville and Washington.
If you're a driver over 50, it may be time to switch your auto insurance. The AARP Auto Insurance Program from the Hartford is now available through Copeland Insurance Agency in Marysville. Call today for your free, no-obligation quote. Learn more about special rates, benefits, and service designed especially for AARP members. Call the Copeland Insurance Agency at 619-6220. That's 619-6220. Certain policy features are subject to eligibility and may not be available in all states. Hartford Fire Insurance Company, Hartford, Connecticut.
The demand for Landau products is real. Landall's orders are overflowing for all 3 product lines. If you know of someone looking for an excellent career opportunity that offers stable employment and outstanding benefits, contact Landall Company in Marysville, 785-562-5381, or apply online at landall.com/careers. Positions available in Marysville, Waterville, Beloit. EEO, Vets, and Disability welcome.
Back here as the Hesston Swathers have opened up the scoring in the second quarter on a long 75-yard touchdown pass. Opened it up 8-0. Marysville on the return, able to get it up, but a holding call, another third penalty on the Bulldogs sets them back. They're going to start field position way back at the 15 of Hesston. Long field to go here for Marysville. Of course, moments ago, had an opportunity. We're going to run option here near side. It's going to be a late pitch to Otot as he's going to get up close to the first down marker. Tough run there, though, by Otot as he's going to get just about 10 yards. Getting up a little slow there. Took a big shot there. Got landed on, kind of landed a little awkwardly, but he's a tough kid. He's back in that huddle as now that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 1. If you're just joining us, Hesston opened up the scoring moments ago on a long 75-yard touchdown run, so making it 8-0 after the 2-point conversion. Flea flicker was good, but Marysville before that possession drove the ball all the way down the field. Granted, did start the ball at about the 45-yard line, but got all the way down inside the Hesston 5-yard line before a false start penalty set them back 5 yards. And a missed field goal opportunity was the end of that drive. Hesston answered quickly with a long 75-yard touchdown strike. It's going to be Rook looking back to pass. Now he's going to roll left side. Got to let it go. Lets it go finally here. Near side at a receiver, but in and out of the hands of number 17, Colton Shoddy, as he was not able to hold it in. Good job, though, there by Rook Williams, though, as he kept his eyes downfield. Of course, Marysville not known to be a passing team, but talked to Coach Trimble a little bit. Might have to open up the playbook a little bit there tonight. And already down 8-0. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Rook start to swing it around here, maybe here in the second quarter. But that was a good play design and good play call. Got the left-handed quarterback rolling to that side, but is not able to find his man. Twin back set. It's going to be right up the middle. Quarterback sneak just as before. And I believe Rook got the first down. Ball came out late, but they're going to go ahead and call it a first down for Marysville as Rook was nailed down. So what the Marysville Bulldogs needed to do was gain a first down, kind of slow some momentum down, and that first down was imperative. But if we go back to that first down play, on first down they got ahead of the sticks, got all the way down to a 2nd down and 1, and that gives you an opportunity to take some of those shots down the field or maybe run something you're not too familiar with while still having just 1 yard in your back pocket to get. So early on here in the second quarter, 9 minutes left to play. Hesston up 8-0 here, but Marysville driving on the 26-yard line of Hesston already with 1 first down on this play. Now setting down with a first down and 10. It's going to be handoff Smith right up the middle as he keeps his big legs churning. He's going to be up close to the first down, and here we are again. 9 yards for a first down run for Peyton Smith as he kept those tree trunks of a leg just churning as he plowed through some Hesston defenders. Took about 2 kids with him, and here we set. Marysville moving again, 2nd down and 1, just like we had the drive before. But being able to come away with points. You can have all the good drives you want all night long, but you need to be able to put points up the board. So far, Marysville has 2 missed Jack Lauer field goals that has set them back, unfortunately, now down early, 8-0. Marysville's going to come out with their I formation. It's going to be Smith behind Rook with Otot behind him. Trailing out 2 wide receivers split right. They're going to run that side. It's going to be option to Smith right up the middle as he picks up another first down. That moves the ball up to the 40-yard line of Marysville as this drive continues. Clock continuing to run. Already a minute gone on this drive. 8 minutes left to play, but Marysville trailing here in this game 8-0 on a long 75-yard touchdown pass for Hesston just moments ago. So the Bulldogs here on offense doing exactly what Coach Tony Trimble wants them to do. They are pounding the rock. They are controlling the clock, but they need to get some points on the board here to make them feel good about themselves. It's going to be I formation again. It's going to be a give to Smith again. Smith actually kind of took it out of the hands of Rook Williams, but able to rumble forward for about 5 yards right in front of us now here at midfield. It's going to be a 2nd down and 5 coming up at the 45-yard line. spoke about it just a minute ago, too. That's part of this offense, is being able to stay ahead of the chains. That necessarily doesn't mean 9 yards every first down play, but they can't have penalties. So far early on in this game, Marysville already has 4 penalties against them, and we are not even to halftime. 7 minutes left to go. 2 receivers right side. It's going to be I formation with Smith and Willie Oton in the backfield. Give it to Smith again. No, we're going to keep it. We're going to go option ball, kind of squirted out, but able to pick it up was number 8, Rhett Williams, as he's going to be up close to the first down marker. Not being used to watching Marysville here tonight, running this offense very effectively. Got to keep my eyes keen on them, running that triple option. Already fooled me 1 or 2 times, but that's a good sign. When you can juke the radio guy, hopefully you're also juking out the defenders. And so far tonight, Marysville has been doing that here. Drive continuing to go, just under 7 minutes here to play. Hesston leading 8-0 here in the second quarter. Clock continuing to run, though. Marysville on the drive. It's at the 50-yard line, dead center right in front of us here. It's going to be a gift and kind of a bad mesh point there by the Bulldogs, as I believe Smith wanted to take that ball from Rook, or Rook didn't quite pull it soon enough as they were both met in the backfield. That's going to go ahead and be a gang tackle for a loss for Hesston. And here we are now, setting at 2nd and 11. We're behind the chains. Let's see what Coach Tony Trimble has for his Bulldogs in this situation. So far tonight, Marysville, like we said, able to move this ball. And they do it methodically, and they do it with the run game. They continue this clock running. But Hesston able to open up the scoring with a one-play, 75-yard touchdown pass there in the second quarter after Marysville was unable to get a field goal from Jake Lauer. We're going to have a 2nd and 11 just on the Hesston side of midfield. That time it does go to Smith, and he is stopped back at the line of scrimmage. His offensive line was about 4 yards in front of him, but he had 3 Hesston swathers wrapped around his wrist, not able to get away from that defensive prowess of Hesston. So here we set now. It's going to be 3rd down and 9 right at midfield. After a very impressive drive, Marysville started this drive on their own 15-yard line, has now gotten it all the way up to the 50-yard line. But let's see what Tony Trimble has to dial up for his team now. It's going to be 3rd down and 9, setting just inside the Hesston side of the field. We're going to go tight receivers left and right, wing backs on each side. Smith, lone fullback in the backfield. It's going to be a quick pick option. That's going to be bad. That's not going to be good. Will Otot stop for a 4-yard loss as the defensive end for Hesston, I believe that was number 4 for Hesston. Brent Cox just blew up that play in the backfield. Didn't look good from the get-go. They were real close to each other, tight proximity, couldn't quite get enough space on that pitch, and that's going to force Marysville now early on to punt again. Trailing 8-0, 4:50 left here to play. Clock still continuing to run. It's going to be the punt goes away from the 40-yard line. Good punt there. It's going to go bounce at the 20, be taken in by number 1 for the Swathers, Jackson Fry, as he is stopped quickly right there. We're going to sneak in a quick break. We'll be right back here in 30 seconds here. K&D.
Your health and wellness are the first priority at RX Drug in Marysville. With many choices today, including mail-out options, you can trust that RX Drug know you and your family. They can make recommendations that not only save you money, but saves you time and avoid complications as well. All major insurance and prescription cards are welcome. You can call ahead or have your doctor call for fast and easy pickup. Doing business local is just good business. Thanks from RX Drug.
Back here in Hesston as the Marysville Bulldogs are trailing here in the second quarter, 8-0. Hesston back in play. They're going to run a little sweep end around. That's going to be the big number 4, fullback number 49, Carter Gonzalez didn't even have a 42 there on the register, so maybe my eyesight's not near as good as I thought it was. But that's going to be 49, Carter Gonzalez rolling around, and he was the one that was able to pick up that touchdown just moments ago early on in the second quarter. Hesston wanting to get another score on the board. 4 minutes left here to play in this game. Quick moving first half as Marysville still trails 8-0. It's going to be a little handoff. It's going to be Taylor up the middle as he bumbles around and stopped and thrown backwards by the Marysville defense, but he's going to be up close to that first down marker. So he's going to be short of the first down, but a big third down now coming up for this Marysville defense. They haven't spent much time on this side of the ball, but like we said, gave up that big play after they drove all the way down the field. A little hit, a demoralizing hit to your morale, to say the least. But looking to get a stop here and get the ball back to the offense. 3:30 left to play here in the first half. Hesston leading 8-0. We're going to put a fullback in motion. He's going to go under center. We're going to have a sneak right up the middle. He's going to power forward and get a first down. So the big fullback who just got the run a moment ago, Carter Gonzalez, snuck in from his wing position, sat right under center. A 5'8", 210 sophomore was not to be denied. That's a big boy running down there. Gets the first down for Hesston. Clock continuing to run, though. 3 minutes left to play here in the second quarter. Ball at the 38-yard line for Hesston. First down and 10. Man goes in motion. It's going to be Corrales back to pass. He's going to go a short little screen to Taylor. Taylor in motion. Quick little back. Gets up close towards the first down marker, but he's going to be just marked short, as that's going to be an 8-yard passive catch here for Hesston as they are driving now. Ball close to midfield. They're actually going to call that, I believe, a 7-yard pass and catch. Nope, we're going to go 8 yards looking at the scoreboard here. So it's going to be a 2nd down and 2 here as the Hesston Swathers are on the move near midfield. Clock continuing to run, 2:30 left here to play in the half. It's going to be Corrales back to pass. Corrales looking deep shot. Has a man here far side, but just overthrew him. Jake Proctor was the man here near side going against, believe that was number 18 for Marysville, Colton Kaufman. No, that can't be right. Got the wrong number again. We'll get there here eventually, but just overshot his receiver. Jake Proctor, the 6'4", 180 senior. That was a decent decision, though, for the Swathers, as they've already had taken 2 shots to Proctor deep, both of them overthrown. But you can see Corrales has a live arm and will let it go. Now we've got a 3rd down and short. It's going to be a give off to Taylor right up the middle. He's going to be stopped close to the first down, but second effort, I believe, got him the first down. That was number 50 for the Bulldogs. First man there, John Dre Walton, was the first man to stop him behind the line, but second effort from the shifty Taylor, 5'70", 175 senior, able to get away and get the first down. Clock rolling here. Neither team has taken a timeout, so something we're going to look for here as the clock just rolls under 2 minutes left here to play in the first half. Ball at midfield as a first down has come up for Hesston. First down and 10. Corrales is back to pass. He's going to be looking here near side and on and off the hands of number 85, Asher Dustenberg is what we're going to go with. We're probably butchered that, but that's okay. That was a wide open pass, though, just off the hands of the big tight end, the 5'10", 187 junior. Hit him right in the chest, had 2 Marysville defenders there closing in on him, so wasn't going to pick up much, but it was going to be a close down. What that does, though, is it does stop the clock. 1:50 left here to play in the first half. Ball still setting at midfield for Hesston. They have a 2nd down and 10. Man goes in motion. That's Proctor. He's going to motion over the left side. There's going to be 3 receivers that side. Good pressure up the middle by the Bulldogs, but Corrales gets away. Corrales got running room down the right side. He's going to get a first down and go out of bounds there. Good pressure by the Bulldogs, but couldn't quite contain the shifty Corrales, as the first time tonight he rumbles and stumbles for about 15 yards, and that's going to get it deep into Marysville territory. We're going to call it at believe here. We're going to go to the 34-yard line. Brings up a first down for Hesston. Most importantly for them, though, it stopped the clock. Ball at the 34-yard line of the Bulldogs. 1:43 here left to play in halftime. A quick-moving half of football so far here tonight down in Hesston. An absolutely beautiful night. A little chilly, but we can't complain. Wherever you're listening, we thank you for listening, and thank you for tuning in to Marysville football. It's going to be Taylor up the middle with the seam. Taylor down the sideline, but we're going to get a flag on the backfield, and that's probably going to be a hold. So a good first down run there by the shifty Tyron Taylor, but it looks like a flag in the backfield. That's more than likely looking like a hold call on Hesston. So maybe Marysville getting a little bit of a luck there. Of course, Marysville so far early on in this game with 4 penalties already. 2 of them real big early on in the drives. The first one was on their first drive. They were inside the Hesston 20, but a false start sent them back 5 yards. And then right before the Hesston 75-yard touchdown pass, they had an illegal formation. Was inside the Hesston 5, knocked them back, wasn't able to get it. Two Jack Lauer missed field goals are the story of the night for the Marysville offense, not able to capitalize. Good pressure up the middle again. We're going to flip it out here near side to a receiver. He's going to cut back middle, and he's going to be taken down inbounds close to the original line of marker. That was number 5 who caught that and rolled up for a first down. And I believe that is going to bring up a timeout. And yes, it will. We're going to take it here as well. Marysville trailing Hesston 8-0. You're listening to KNDY Radio, home of...
People like all different kinds of cars, but there's one thing everyone wants in a car: quality. Same thing's true with your car loan, new or used, buy or lease. You want quality in your car and in your car loan.
For a quality car loan, you know who to turn to. With great rates and personal service, shop like a cash customer with a quality car loan from us. Citizen State Bank of Marysville, Waterville, and Hanover. Quality banking since 1907. Member FDIC.
CJ Express is convenient for you with 3 locations. CJ West in Marysville and Frankfort offer Hunt Brothers Pizza with all toppings, no extra charge. Crispy and delicious Bird Shack fried chicken and a selection of sandwiches, salads, as well as grab-and-go hot food options that meet your taste. Drop by, call in, order online, or download their super convenient mobile app. Local delivery is available too, and always count on Sinclair quality gasoline at all 3 locations with diesel too at CJ Express East in Marysville and Frankfort.
1:18 left to hear play as Hesston is well inside Marysville territory. Hesston leading 8-0 on an early touchdown pass from quarterback to wide receiver. Perales is going to look back to pass. Nope, now he's looking to run. I know he was. He's going to swing it here near side. It's going to be caught and going out of bounds. Number 18 with the reception, Isaac Sanchez, the 5'7", 180 senior, able to corral that. It's going to be close to a first down, and the ref is going to call it from the far side of the field. Not enough for the first down. So a new set of downs here for Hesston inside the Marysville 25. Marching now, looking to add on to their lead. Ball going to be placed at the 23-yard line. This Marysville defense needing to step up and stand strong. They've allowed this one drive, but so far in this game, this has been the only drive that Hesston has been able to sustain and continually get down the field. It's going to be Perales in the backfield with Taylor to his right, 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right. Perales looking to deep. He has a man deep. It's going to go near the end zone and off the face mask of his intended receiver. Believe that was number 85, Ashton Duchenhoff. Got a pronunciation here just a little bit ago, and that's what we're going to go with. So a good job there by the Bulldogs as their defense stands strong. Going to force up here a 2nd down and 10. And honestly, we're going to call that a little bit of a lucky play. Man in the vicinity of the receiver was Rick Williams, had his head turned around towards the receiver. Didn't see the ball at all, but thankfully went off the face mask. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 receiver right. Back in the backfield is Taylor. Going to just go swing, quick out, tackled inbounds, and a good tackle there by the Bulldogs. Number 12, Rick Williams, got that tackle for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring up another timeout for Hesston. We're going to take it here. Just under a minute left to play in the second quarter. Hesston leading Marysville 8-0 here on the home of the Bulldogs.
Your hometown partner with any do-it-yourself project is Hometown Lumber of Marysville and Axtell Lumber of Axtell. Serving the community for over 20 years, expert knowledge accompanied by a helpful smile and reassuring handshake will tell you you're in the right place. With all your building needs, they are ready to help you. Stocked with a full line of lumber and hardware to go along with tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and lawn and garden, you'll leave knowing you've made the right choice by stopping at Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber in Marysville.
Of course, want to thank all our Marysville sponsors and our regional sponsors for making those broadcasts happen tonight. Down here in Hesston, Kansas, it's a chilly night, but it's pretty nice up here in the booth. Wonderful facilities Hesston has here. But Marysville, the all-important part of this game is Marysville's trailing here. 55 seconds left to play. Hesston deep in Marysville territory. But just talking a moment ago, the defense needing to stand strong, and so far they have. Forced here at 3rd down and 9. 55 seconds left to play. Ball on the 22 of Marysville. It's going to be receiver going in motion. It's going to be Perales swinging it here near side. Receiver well off. Oh, we've got a catch and a pitch. I think that's going to be a fumble. Believe not. They're actually going to call it a incomplete, or no, he was down. So we tried the old-fashioned flea flicker, as they flipped it out here near side 2. I believe that was Jackson Fry, number 1, the lengthy wide receiver, 6 foot 166, the junior, and a little trickeration. He tried to flip it up to his receiver. His running back coming out of the backfield, Taylor, but we're going to be called down by contact, and Hesston's going to take a timeout. We are going to keep it here for just a little bit longer. 43 seconds left here to play in this first half. Hesston knocking on the door. A big 4th down coming up for the Slothers. Talked about it just a moment ago. This defense from Marysville needs to stay strong, and here's your opportunity. Hesston has controlled this clock. I believe they started this drive with about 4 minutes left to play here in the game, kind of giving Marysville a taste of their own medicine, as now there's only 43 seconds left here to play. Hesston leading 8-0 on an early 75-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Hudson Perales to number 40, or no, that wasn't number 40, number 49, Carter Gonzalez for the touchdown. With 10 minutes left to play there in the second quarter, opened up our score. The story from Marysville, long drives but not able to get a score, but now the defense needs to stand strong. It's going to be Perales in the backfield. Taylor swings out left. Looking, has receiver right on a crossing pattern, caught on his hip. He's going to be close to a first down. I don't know if they're going to call him a first down. It's going to be caught. Oh, they got it farther than they did. Number 2, Jake Proctor was able to catch that ball. And, of course, Rook Williams in defense there at his quarterback position. So got out of bounds. Clock stopped for Hesston. No timeouts left for the Slothers, no. Leading 8-0 inside the 15 of Marysville. Ball setting at the 11. That was good enough for the first down. We're going to go 2 receivers left. Taylor here, right side to the right of the quarterback. We're going to go in motion. That's going to be 3 receivers to the left. Looking for a crossing pattern. Now we're just going to run out here right side. Green gas to run. It's going to be Perales going to run out of bounds at the 5-yard line. Good, smart decision there by the junior quarterback, Hudson Perales. Been pretty impressed with his running and decision-making here tonight. Only a junior, but also does have a live arm. Threatened to stretch the Marysville defense early on in this game with 2 long shots through the air. And, of course, the long touchdown pass wasn't even a real long pass. It was about a 12-yard pass, but wide open was Gonzalez as he rumbled down the left sideline for a 75-yard touchdown. That's where we stand, 8-0. 30 seconds left here to play in the second half. Marysville defense needing to get a stop. Said that time and time again, and here we go. Goes in motion, number 49, Gonzalez. Perales looking back to pass. Smart decision. Fires late to the back of the end zone. Incomplete. So that's going to give Hesston another chance here. Going to bring up 3rd down. Good job by this Marysville defense. One thing I am seeing early on in this game, Hesston liking to run some crossing routes, get some confusion going on the back end of that Marysville defense. Hudson Perales, a good pocket presence guy, but the last 3 plays has kind of taken off a little bit sooner. Run some routes to the left, and he'll take off to the right. So something Marysville needs to watch in the second half. Don't know if that's something they're picking up at, but same formation again. Twin receivers to the left, 1 split out right. It's going to be Taylor to the right side of Perales. Perales in the shotgun, wanting Taylor to motion over here left side. Looks like a pass protection. Perales, I believe, is going to look to run it here. Here he goes, looking right. Directing traffic, has a man to his left. Now runs left, now gets pressured up the middle. Now runs right, looking for a guy. Flips it towards the back of the end zone. It's going to be close, but it's going to be caught, I believe, for a Thrasher touchdown, or Swather touchdown, excuse me. Number 2, Jake Proctor, the recipient on that play on the 3-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Perales to number 2, Jake Proctor. The Marysville defense did a great job there with just 15 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Slothers get the extra point. That's going to move our lead up to 14-0. We're going to take one more break before half, so we'll be right back. Stick here. You're listening to KNDY Football, home of the Marysville Bulldogs.
Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville, today.
back here down in Hesston as the Swathers were just able to get a late second quarter touchdown, a short pass. A good job, though, by the Marysville defense, but able to find the back of the end zone was number 2, Jake Proctor. Hudson Ferralis with the smart play there, directing traffic as Marysville did not bring pressure. One thing I've noticed so far tonight, Marysville doesn't like to bring pressure. Doubt they will probably hear this game, but maybe needing something to change it up a little bit. Trailing 15-0 here. It's going to be a high kick midfield taken by number 11 for Marysville. That's going to be Ian Denmore. He's going to rumble up to about the 40-yard line. We're going to have 9 seconds left to play here in the clock. I have to believe that Coach Tony Trimble is going to want to just roll this on into halftime. So not quite able to get the defensive stop that they were needing as the 3-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis found the back of the end zone for Jake Proctor and the score. That brings us to our score 15-0 here right before half. But like I was saying, a good job by the Marysville defense. Just couldn't quite catch it. A tiptoe catch in the back right corner of the end zone by Proctor, able to push this lead up for Hesston 15-0 after the extra point. So Marysville's going to go with their I formation as well. It's going to be Williams under center. He's going to give it to Smith right off the right side. Smith rumbling and stumbling for about 5 yards, and I believe that is going to take us to halftime, as it will. Halftime score down here in Hesston, the Swathers 15, your Marysville Bulldogs 0. We're going to be right back here after halftime. We'll come back with stats and scores here in just a moment.
Generations have relied on Kinsley's of Marysville, the Padden Funeral Chapel in Frankfort, Hanover Mortuary, Ward Funeral Homes of Lynn and Washington, and Landreth Axtell Funeral Home. You can continue to rely on the professional experience that they provide and the heartfelt concern that they offer each family that they serve. Caring concern in your family's time of need.
Back here in Hesston as the Hesston Swathers has opened it up against the Marysville Bulldogs 15-0 on a late 3-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Ferralis to Jake Proctor with just 15 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Early on in that second quarter, a long 75-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to Gonzalez was the difference early on in that game. For Marysville, they've played good. They've sustained drives, but 2 missed field goals there early in the first quarter from Jack Lauer, not able to put Marysville on the board, still setting with zeros. But some opportunities to score, hopefully, here in the second half, and some better opportunities coming for this Marysville offense. So, going into halftime, the Swathers leading the Bulldogs 15-0. We'll be back here after halftime. News, weather, and sports coming up here in just a little bit.
At Galloway Wiegers and Brenniger, we're about building relationships one client and one issue at a time. I'm Jason Brenniger, and I invite you to visit with me for any legal services you might have, including probate, estate planning, and trust administration. Advanced planning has countless advantages to your family, including greater control and disposition of your assets and tax issues that might come up. Call for a no-obligation appointment today. Check us out on our Facebook page or at gwblaw.net.
Raise your hand if you need more internet speed. It's time to get your hands on much faster internet. Don't settle for yesterday's internet speed when you have a home full of today's devices. Upgrade your Blue Valley Technologies internet speed now to the speed you need and get a $50 bill credit. If you're new to Blue Valley, you get 2 months free and everyone gets free installation on managed Wi-Fi. Visit bluevalley.net/raise your hand today.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance, providing high-quality coverage and service, all at a competitive premium cost. Since 1888, Bremen Farmers Mutual has offered homeowner, farm owner, business owner, fire, and inland marine coverage. Dependable and affordable. See your local agent representing Bremen Farmers Mutual Insurance. Learn more about the various insurance products offered by going online at bfmic.com.
Farmers, they're the lifeblood of America. The men and women who tackle the toughest jobs to put clothes on our backs and food on our tables. They might do it quietly, but their genuine values and tireless work ethic are an inspiration to us all. Some might say farming is a thankless occupation, so that's why we're taking the time to say thanks. Farm Bureau Financial Services, protecting what matters most.
Patrick Booty in Marysville is your local agent with Marshall County Farm Bureau Insurance and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Back here in Hesston as the Swathers opened up the game early on against your Marysville Bulldogs, sitting here with a halftime score of 15-0. Going to show you how we got here real quick if you are just tuning in. It's a wonderful night for Friday Night Football. Hopefully it's just as good as the weather wherever you are listening in to tonight. Of course, want to say thank you to all our sponsors tonight for making this a possibility. And, of course, if you're looking for high school state volleyball action, tune in. KNDY 95.5, 9 a.m. is the first match set as the Hanover Wildcats went undefeated today in pool play, taking care of their opponents, moving on into the bracket side of play undefeated. So state championship volleyball continues tomorrow night if you're interested, but right now we have a 15-0 lead as Hesston is defeating the Marysville Bulldogs here tonight. Got there, started early and often. Marysville had opportunities in the first quarter, drove all the way down the field twice, but not able to get into the end zone as some untimely formation penalties and false start penalties set Marysville back. They had an opportunity, had a 3rd down and 1 to go at the 4-yard line. A false start set them back 5 yards. Able to get a touchdown out of that one as Marysville went on to try a field goal, and that is the story of the night. Able to get down the field, but not able to put the ball through the goalpost or into the end zone as Jack Lauer has missed 2 field goals. One was a chip shot. We're going to call it about a 23-yarder. The other one a little bit longer, stretching around the 37 yards. So Hesston started off this game with a 75-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Hudson Ferrales to, I believe that was number 85, tight end Ashton Duchendorf. 75 yards. He rumbled down the end zone with about a 10-yard, 12-yard touchdown or pass, but wide open with Duchendorf as he rumbled down the left sideline for the Swathers touchdown, first one of the game. Followed up right before halftime. Quarterback Hudson Ferrales found the back of the end zone. Jack Parker able to roll that one in, tiptoeing the end line there at the end zone, putting us up 14-0 before his 1-point conversion was good. Don't see that very often in high school football, but that brings us here to 15-0. We're going to take one more break before second half action kicks off. You're listening to Marysville High School football on the home of the Bulldogs, KNDY Radio.
Legacy Carpet Cleaning will give your floors a fresh as new look. Let their team of dedicated professionals tackle your carpet or tile cleaning. Your home feels fresh, looks great, and makes a more healthy environment for you and your family. Call Skylar Price today for an appointment and let Legacy Carpet Cleaning in Marysville go to work for you.
JD Construction wants to make your dream home a reality. Whether you want to build a custom home, remodel your current home, or add a new deck or patio, JD Construction can handle all your residential construction needs. They are also experts when it comes to agriculture and residential buildings. For small or large projects, consider a custom building from JD Construction. They'll give you high-quality work while staying on schedule and budget. Contact Jared Smith at 785-353-2312. From start to finish, it's JD Construction.
Are you done yet? I need to get ready. Well, maybe you should have gotten up sooner. You've been in there for an hour. Come on, I need in there.
Does this happen at your home? Would you like to eliminate all the yelling and buy a bigger house? Well, you can by talking with United Bank and Trust about home loans. Go online to www.ubankonline.com or head to your local branch to visit with a loan officer. United Bank and Trust. You bank, we deliver. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Back here down in Where are we? We're Hesston. About forgot there where we were. Looking at my notes too much. As second half action is about ready to kick off underway here. The Marysville Bulldogs trailing the Hesston Swathers 15-0 here. Just start of the second half. Into a recap there. Going to take a look at some more stats here real quick before we get kicked off. Teams just wrapping up their halftime warm-up. Talked about Marysville able to run the ball pretty effectively. A few passes to Rick Williams, and mostly on the ground, as it normally is. Coach Tony Trimble and his ball there. Starting off our stats here on the ground for Marysville, number 8, Rick Williams has rumbled for 22 yards on 3 carries so far. Now, pretty good average there for Rhett getting the ball in his hands. Of course, the big man in the middle, Rick Williams, running just as well. He has 27 yards on 5 carries. Number 3, Peyton Smith, the big guy at fullback, running close to 9. Also, actually, out with a little bit of an injury. Came up lame there in the first quarter, but able to come back and run effectively there in the second half. On 10 runs so far tonight, he has 48 yards. That's rolling in at a 4.8 yard average. That fullback dive has been a thing of beauty so far tonight, as Marysville has been able to get off the point of attack and get some early first downs. And now looking at some others here, Will Otot able to get to the outside. Will Otot able to get to the outside there, as now he has 3 rushing attempts for 47 yards. And shipping in also number 36, Grant Hayes has 3 rushes for his as well. On the other side of the ball, the defense has been fairly good for the Bulldogs, but not able to get a stop right there going into halftime, as the Swathers were able to get the ball and get the touchdown just before second quarter ended. It will be Hesston to return this open kickoff. All this will now the middle of the field there on a little pooch kick there by Marysville. And the ball will start off for the Bulldogs, or excuse me, for the Swathers at the 25-yard line on their end. 20-yard line. The Swathers will start their first drive of this second half at their own 25-yard line. Defensively, Marysville have preached all night and done a pretty good job. They're just not able to finish off the offensive drive. Here's going to be a sweep right side. Good job by Marysville turning the ball around a couple of yards, as the big fullback for the Swathers, number 49, rumbles forward for about a 5-yard gain. That was Judon Walton with the ball for the Bulldogs. Been impressed with the linebacker play so far here tonight for the Bulldogs, too. We talked about able to hold their own, but that last drive was a tough one for the hometown Bulldogs, giving up that late score going into halftime. And now, of course, with the ball, it's going to be Hesston. Taylor's a speedy little back and a swing around the left side. He's going to keep those legs straight, getting the ball near the first down line. Everyone getting in on that pile, but he's going to be good. That kind of looks like when we started off. And he was able to swing around the left side there for a first down for the Swathers. Coming out of the backfield, Taylor, the shifty back, able to pick up the first down for the Swathers now. They are on the move against this Bulldogs defense. Get the handoff, they all up the middle on the left side. Get the big handoff on the left side is going to be that was Peyton Smith coming in from his middle linebacker position. Getting off there for the Bulldogs, going to bring up a short second down, and 2 is what we're going to call it. Actually, going to call it 1 at the 47-yard line
of the Swathers as they're moving here on their first possession. It's going to be 2 receivers right now. We're going to swing a swap back to that same side. Going to go handoff down the inside. Good enough for the first down. Number 12 running for the Swathers. Bailey Lee is going to roll up for a first down. And we'll see where they play the ball. Into Marysville territory. Ball to the set up 48 of Marysville. Clock continuing to run. Just under 10 minutes left to play here in this third quarter. So it's going to be the Swathers marching here on their second possession. It's going to be a handoff going to the inside. Big number 49.
KNDY.
First down, get now.
On first down and 10, the Swathers able to pick up another first down there for them as they are marching it down the field here. A little technical difficulty, so bear with me, folks, as we get her figured out here. But the Swathers are on the march. We're going to run 2 receivers right side. Now quarterback in the backfield with the receiver there to his right side. Defenses so far, of course, Marysville comes out in their 4-down linemen with 3 linebackers setting there near the edge. It's going to be a run here near side, big number 49, Carter Gonzalez, off the right side tackle for close to another first down. None of them be calling them up short, so that's going to bring up a second down and short for the Swathers. So that's going to bring up a second down and short here for the Swathers as they are continuing to roll. 8:44 left here to play in the third quarter. Marysville still trailing 15-0 here early on in this third quarter. Not able to get anything offensively rolling for the Bulldogs so far in this game, but there's going to be a defensive stop by the Bulldogs, something that they were needing dearly on that side of the ball. Swathers has moved the ball about 40 to 50 yards already on this Marysville defense early on here in the third quarter. That's going to bring them back with a big stop and a jolt of energy, hopefully, for this Bulldogs defense. Still only trailing 15-0. A lot can happen in the fourth quarter of a game. You never know. One break here or there, one fumble can change the the trajectory of how this game is going to go. Going to bring up the first third down here of the second half. 3rd down and 5, setting at the 33-yard line of the Bulldogs. It's going to go in motion number 18 for Hesston, Isaac Sanchez, as now that's going to swing 2 receivers left side, taking plenty of time, making sure they get set up. 2 receivers left side, tight end setting over the end, and we're going to have a timeout with some confusion for Hesston. We're going to take it as well. We'll be right back here in 60 seconds. You're listening to Marysville Football here on KNDY Radio.
Freeze CPA in Marysville has built a heritage of trust and reliability with your accounting, tax, and business advisory needs through the years. Certified public accountant Marcus Freeze, with over 25 years of experience, and his staff continue that tradition of outstanding service to you, the customer, each and every day. Freeze CPA, downtown Marysville.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance as you. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind you have you covered. Please come see the girls on Broadway at Alliance Insurance, 785-562-2393.
Welcome back, everyone, to Friday Night Football down here in Hesston as your Marysville Bulldogs trail the Hesston Swathers 15-0. 7:42 left here to play in the third quarter as Hesston's going to roll out their offense on this third down. We're going to give a little pitch here near side, getting a running lane up near the first down. Let's see where they're going to mark him at. Believe it's going to be close enough, going to be good enough for the first down. Might have to bring out the markers, but it's going to be close. Been impressed by the running of the fullback for the Hesston Swathers, Carter Gonzalez, getting the running going here as that was 18 Isaac Sanchez getting running. But anyway, been impressed with their running abilities here tonight. When I was talking to Coach Trimble, he was a little worried about the passing attack from this Hesston offense. But so far tonight, this running attack, getting off tackle, has been the key for these Swathers. So ball still continuing to roll. That's going to be a first down. Going to be a first down carry for number 12, Bailey Reed, over the left side tackle again. He's going to be up to close to a first down. And that's going to bring up a short second down and 5 or 6. So just like on the Marysville side, Hesston so far controlling this clock, kind of doing to Marysville what Marysville wants to do to everyone else. The interior of this Marysville defense coming out a little flat here. They really impressed me in the first half. Got after the quarterback, not needing to bring pressure. Of course, 4 down linemen walk up your outside linebackers, 1 middle linebacker with Smith manning that middle. We're going to go a little flip here to Carter Gonzalez, right side. He's going to be close towards the first down, but slipped out of bounds. That was number 18, Isaac Sanchez, again with the run, but there is some laundry on the flat field. Let's see what we got going on here. We're going to have a hold on the offense, so a lucky break there for Marysville. Sanchez would have gained about 4 yards, brought up a short 3rd down and 2, but with that hold, that's going to move the Swathers back a good chunk of yards. 5 yards after that play, it's going to be 10 on that one. Going to bring up a long now, 2nd down, and we're going to call it a 15-16 to go here at the 33 of Marysville. But what this defense needed was a lucky break their way. Still trailing 15-0, but anything can happen. Clock running, 6:30 here left to play in this game. It's going to be Corrales rolling out left. He's going to look a receiver, has a receiver close there, and a good tackle there coming up from his safety position. Number 2, Tristan Schaefer, getting the tackle on the defensive side, but a good pitch and catch there to number 18, again, Isaac Sanchez. Of course, Hesston has come out now. Isaac has got 3 back-to-back runs and found him there in the flat as he's going to pick up a good chunk of yardage. That's going to bring 3rd down and 4th up for the Bulldogs here, trailing 15-0, but needing a stop. Had an opportunity right before half about the same field position, same side of the field. Couldn't make it happen. It's going to be running up the middle. Taylor's got a wide-open lane. He's going to be in well enough for the first down inside the 15 for the Bulldogs. Number 12, Bailey Reed now starting to tote the ball for the Swathers here early on in this 3rd quarter. Clock continuing to run, though. 15 down, or Marysville down 15-0. 5:20 left to play here in this 3rd quarter. Defensively, not coming out with that same enthusiasm and confidence that they were there in the first half. Just not looking the same. Needing to get a big stop here. We're going to go sweep right side here to Proctor. Proctor's going to go around the right side. We have another penalty flag on the field in the vicinity of another hold. That's what it's going to be. So back-to-back lucky breaks for Marysville. They need to do something with it, though. That's going to be 2 holding penalties now on the Swathers, as that's going to set them back another 5 yards here, as that is what Marysville's needing to get a stop, and this is a good way to do it. Of course, penalties were the Achilles heel of Marysville there in the first half. Had 2 great opportunities to score. Got it within the inside the 5-yard line of the Swathers, and also inside the 20 on 2 separate occasions in the first quarter, but not able to punch it home. As we mentioned at halftime, 2 missed field goals are the difference here, or the biggest differentiator here in this game for Marysville. It's going to go left side as the little wide receiver screen goes to Taylor. Tough run, but stop there right at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up another long 2nd down and 10 there for the Bulldogs, as Peyton Smith was able to bring up from his middle linebacker position and get that tackle. Good stop there by the senior. Believe we're going to have a little meeting here, seeing where the ball is going to be placed. We have a penalty flag on the far side of the field right in front of the Marysville bench. Did not see what happened over there. Let's sort that out and see what we got going on. But early on here in this 3rd quarter, clock continuing to run. Quick moving game so far. 4:44 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Of course, Marysville still trailing 15-0. It's going to be a false start, which is declined by Coach Tony Trimble. Probably not a bad idea. They're going to bring up a long 2nd down and 20 now, instead of giving them a free run or another run at a first down play. Now the Swathers are going to spread out the Bulldogs. We're going to go 2 receivers right side, 1 left. Taylor in the backfield to the right of Ferralis, and it looks like another false start on the Swathers. That's going to march them back even farther now. So Marysville catching some lucky breaks here on this drive, but defensively you need to find it within you to get a stop. They will only give you so many free yards before they'll find a way to exploit you so far here in this second half. It's going to be Ferralis back to pass. Good pressure there by Marysville. Going to go right side shot. Good catch there by Jackson Fry. 28-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to Jackson Fry as he climbed the ladder over the cornerback over there near side. Believe that was number 17, Colton Shoddy, for the defensive try for the Marysville Bulldogs, as now that extends the lead here at 4:25 left to play here in the third quarter, extends the Swathers lead 21-0. Kick is up. Kick is good. That's going to make it 22-0 as the one-point conversion is good. Swathers starting to open it up here on the Bulldogs. We're going to take a break and be right back here on KNDY Radio, the home of the Marysville Bulldogs.
Get away with a shopping day at Reflections Hallmark. Beautiful home decor pieces, scented candles, last-minute gift ideas for any reason, plus Hallmark cards, as well as fabulous boutique clothing and accessories. For yourself, for your home, for someone else. Shop Reflections Hallmark in downtown Marysville. And remember, they do custom picture framing with lots of frames and matting choices. You're always welcome. Thanks for shopping local. Reflections Hallmark, downtown Marysville.
There is a difference.
We're involved in the community. We believe in this area, and we reinvest locally to help the local economy. First Commerce Bank. Experience the difference. Member FDIC.
No two farms are alike, and at Blue Valley Insurance, we understand that. That's why you'll get farm insurance coverage tailored just for you. We look at your individual situation and help you figure out the coverages that make the most sense for your farm, all at an affordable price. No matter what you grow or how big or small your farm, we can help. Your roots are in farming. Ours are in protecting you. Blue Valley Insurance in Lynn, Greenleaf, Hanover, and Marysville.
On the return there by the Bulldogs, they're going to get it up to the 40-yard line. If you're just joining us, Marysville trailing Hesston here 22-0. The story of the night has been untimely penalties for the Bulldogs. On the other side, Hesston just had 4 penalties on one drive, still being able to come away with a 28-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Ferralis to number 1, Jackson Fry for the touchdown, extending this lead 22-0. Marysville needing to get something going here offensively. First 3 drives of the game, able to get it, and the ball's out on the offensive side. It looks like the Swathers have it as Peyton Smith had the ball poked away from the backside. He comes up a little bit limping. The Swathers come away with the turnover, the big turnover here at midfield. Not the start the Bulldogs were wanting for. Ran the triple option as always. Smith kept it. Coming around from his defensive end position was a Swather defender. Popped the ball loose out of Smith. Now Smith is going to go to the sideline as he came up gimped there after that hit. Of course, mentioned it early on in that first quarter. He went to the sideline grabbing at that right now. It looks like that left hand now. He's looking at his ankle. Not good for the Bulldogs as a turnover now puts the Swathers in great field position. A double back flea flicker has 2 guys wide open. Ferralis did not throw it. Now scrambles out right. Finds a guy here near side. Picked off the ground for a first down as number 2, Tristan Schaefer. And I'm going to be honest, Ferralis had 2 men streaking right down the middle of the field, just not able to find them on that play. But a good job defensively by the Bulldogs to not allow that deep pass to happen. Makes it for a short gain. Does come up with a first down, though, as the Swathers are looking to add on here. Just moments ago, getting the 22-0 lead, but a Peyton Smith fumble with So 4 minutes left here in this game will not bode well for the Bulldogs. First down run there by the Swathers, but we have another penalty in the backfield. It'll look like, I believe, probably another hold. Yep, it's going to be coming back. So another hold penalty on the Swathers, as that's their 4th in 2 drives now. That's going to be placed at the 40-yard line, or 35-yard line for the Swathers, marching back. So on the defensive side, Marysville back on it after the Swathers were able to get the score, extend the lead up to 22-0 on a 28-yard touchdown pass from Feralis to number 1 at Jackson Fry. And then just following that possession, Peyton Smith with the big-time fumble at midfield, but now with a long first down and 22 after that holding penalty. Defense for the Bulldogs needs to step up. There's going to be a rough snap. He's going to toss it here near side, throws it away, and, yep, we're going to have an intentional grounding, I believe, is what we're going to have, not outside of the pocket and no receiver in the vicinity. So Marysville with 2 lucky breaks here on this drive. That snap was bobbled, went back all the way to the 35-yard line of the Swathers, but fell on it and throw it. So that's going to be a loss of down, and I believe a loss of 10 yards as well. Don't see an intentional grounding in high school football very often, but there we do. So this will bring up an interesting play call. Now, for your Marysville defense, you need to be careful here, as it's going to come up all the way down to the 30. We're going to call it the 32-yard line of the Swathers. They went from the 50 to the 32. That's going to be an extremely long first down to mark. First down markers all the way down at the 25-yard line of the Bulldogs. So a lot of field here to defend, but you have to be smart. You have to be disciplined. That's the biggest thing here for the Bulldogs. It's going to be Feralis back to pass. He's going to come near side here to the lengthy Reed Friesen, the first catch for the sophomore, 6'4", 174, a lengthy tight end there, able to pick up a few yards there. On the stop was Blake Spicer for the Bulldogs, so a good job there forcing a third down. That's going to bring up something I don't know if I've said all year and won't say for a long time. Third down and 32 to go. It was second down and 44, so now it's third down and 32. Marysville defense with a golden opportunity here to get a stop and put some points on the board, change momentum. Clock continuing to roll, 2:20 left to play here in the third quarter. Marysville trailing 22-0. Quarterback dropping back the flow, looking, has a guy far side, decides to roll it out right side here over the head of the intended receiver. That was the before mentioned Friesen, as that's going to bring up a fourth down, I believe, and obviously a punting opportunity here. So unlike the possession before, the Marysville Bulldogs able to use the mistake of the Swathers to their advantage and force a punt. Now this offense just needs to find its footing and get a drive sustained. It's going to be a punt here from about the third, and it's blocked. Punt is blocked. Ball's up in the air. It's going to be taken in at the 45-yard line for the Bulldogs. Exactly what the Bulldogs needed, is they're going to get good field position already in Hesston territory here for starting this drive. So a good block there. Didn't know who came off the edge. That's going to be Tremont Hornbeak that came off the edge and got the block, I believe. So a good job there on special teams. Instead of starting the ball possibly at your own 30, you get a chance to start this drive inside the Hesston 50-yard line. Something that these Bulldogs need to be able to do, though, is get into the end zone. Still a full quarter left to play here, 2:18 left to play in the third quarter, though Marysville trailing 22-0. We're going to need a smart play here, and, of course, Smith is out at fullback. I believe that's going to be 26, and it's going to be flipped out right side to number 1, Will Otaw, down the right side as he picked up a good chunk of yardage, about 20 yards there on that pass play from Rook Williams to Will Otaw as he snuck out the right side into the flat and able to pick up that first down for Marysville. So I mentioned it there in the first half. Talked to Tony Trimble this week about this game. Said Hesston likes to toss the ball around, and Marysville might have to do a little bit of that as well, and so far they are. New fullback into the game now will be number 26, Tremont Hornbeek. He will take over that role with Peyton Smith out after that last fumble. Kind of came up gimp as well, still standing on the sideline, looking ready to come in, helmet on, but for right now, Hornbeek will take over. So it's the Hornbeek and Oton in the backfield in the eye. It's going to be right up the middle, Oton. Oton at the middle, 10-5, touchdown, Bulldog. As Will Oton rumbled, stumbled right up the middle from the 28-yard line. We're going to call that a 28-yard touchdown run for Will Oton as he followed his fullback, Trenton Hornbeek, right up the middle for the easy touchdown. Marysville finally gets on the board now, 22-6, 2:04 left to play here in this third quarter. So it's going to be Jack Lauer on again to try this extra point. Lauer 0 for 2 so far tonight for field goals. Let's see if he can get the extra point. It's going to be a line drive off the left side and good. Lauer puts it in, makes our score 22-7 here as Marysville still trails. We're going to take a timeout, though. Be right back after 60 seconds. You're listening to Marysville Bulldog football here on KNDY Radio.
For reliable trash pickup and roll-off service, call on Temps Disposal. Containers sized to meet your needs for residential, commercial, and construction jobs. Always prompt and professional, Temps Disposal serves Marshall, Washington, and Gage counties. Let them go to work for you. If it's their weekly collection schedule or one-time pickups for construction, moving, or cleanup, Temps Disposal in Marysville is a phone call away at 785-562-5360.
Napa know-how.
Locally owned, locally operated, your Napa Parts store in Marysville offers Napa Parts and accessories, plus the tools, equipment, and supplies you need to get every job done right the first time. The right tools at the right price, plus Napa know-how. From your locally owned and locally operated Napa Parts store in Marysville, Enan's Automotive.
Napa know-how.
Back here in Hesston as the Marysville Bulldogs finally able to put a touchdown on the board. Will Oton with a 28-yard touchdown run right up the middle, moving this game on to 28-7 as Jack Lauer was able to put in the 1-point kick as Marysville's going to kick off. Now there's a seam, though, for the Swathers. Up the sideline, right side into Marysville territory is number 1, Jake Fry. Boy, this sophomore junior is having himself a night tonight. Tristan Schaefer saving what obviously could have been a touchdown return, as that was a great return there by the Swathers. And I believe we're going to have an official timeout. We have a injured Marysville player on the field, so we're going to take that just as well. We'll be right back here on KNDY Radio, the home for your Marysville Bulldogs.
Feeling stuck in a state of compensation stagnation? You know, another year, no raise? Then let State Farm agent John Bannister help you get to a better state with a discount double check that can stretch your hard-earned dollars a little further. Discounts that could add up to 40% and put a few $100 extra in your pocket. Discounts vary from state to state. See John Bannister, State Farm agent, 1022 Broadway, Marysville.
When you rollers send for Schroller.
For complete body repair, see Jeff at Schroller Collision Center. A family business for several generations, let Jeff and his quality crew help you with your auto needs. Schroller Collision Center, 701 Carolina, 562-3546.
Kickafer and Bussing, certified public accountants in Marysville and now in Seneca, are qualified and available to assist you with all of your income tax and accounting needs. Stop by and visit Ken Kickafer, Kent Bussing, or their staff of certified public accountants and paraprofessionals. For prompt and friendly service, contact Kickafer and Bussing at their 2 locations, 1100 Broadway in Marysville at 562-2100 or 508 Main Street in Seneca at 336-2400 to set up an appointment. Kickafer and Bussing, where quality begins.
Back here in Hesston as the Marysville Bulldogs trail the Hesston Swathers 22-7 here. Just under 2 minutes left to play in this third quarter. That was number 2, Trenton Schaefer. That was a little shooken up on that play, but able to walk off under his own power, getting some liquids in him. Maybe could have just been a cramp, but good news as Tristan is back on the sideline, up and standing. It's going to be the Swathers here about midfield after a great kickoff return. They're going to plow through all the way up towards about a first down mark for the Bulldogs, as now they're in motion here to answer this late touchdown there. Tyron Taylor, the running back, able to bumble forward for about 8 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 with just under 1:30 left to play here in this quick-moving third quarter. A few breaks coming up for the Marysville defense on the last drive, including a intentional grounding penalty, as now it's going to be a quick pass to the fullback, number 45, a little shovel pass. Carter Gonzalez rolls forward for another first down as this Swather offense continues to move the ball. Number 3 for Marysville got the stop, not getting the stop. Number 2, Will Otot actually getting the stop on that one. Still getting used to all the numbers up here, looking at them. Marysville still trailing 22-7 now here in this third quarter. It's going to be 2 receivers here, right side, tight end, split left and right as well for the Swathers. As we go in motion, that's going to be number 2 in motion, gets the pitch, goes up Proctor towards midfield. Proctor continuing to run. Good, tough running there by Jake Proctor, the senior, as number 8, Rhett Williams, getting the stop for the Bulldogs there. As this clock runs close to the end of the quarter. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from the 16-yard line as Hesston is knocking on the door again. Possibility to put another score here on the board before the game gets out of reach. 22-7, Marysville trailing. It's going to be Taylor up the middle with a big hole. Taylor now down the right side, close towards the goal line, inside the 10 for the Bulldogs. Inside the 10 of the Bulldogs, as Tyron Taylor able to pick up about 10 yards there on that play. Another injury there for the Bulldogs as Peyton Smith was able to get that tackle and get back into the game, but he quickly goes back out holding that right shoulder. That's a tough look for a hard-fought senior who has just had a tough season himself there. So we're going to roll on into the fourth quarter. Marysville trailing Hesston here 22-7, but this could be anyone's game with a stop or two, and Marysville has an opportunity here in the fourth quarter. We'll step aside here for just a short while. Be back, though, as your Marysville Bulldogs trail the Hesston Swathers 22-7, just start of the fourth quarter.
Haymakers like you told us what they want from a self-propelled windrower, and New Holland listened. Visit Can Equip in Marysville and see the result. The high productivity, high precision, high performance Speed Rower Plus, featuring the industry's fastest speeds, drive-by wire controls, PLM solutions, and our most comfortable ride ever. It'll help you mow more hay in a day faster and with greater precision. Stop by Can Equip in Marysville and put big new pluses to work in your hay operation.
Back here in Hesston, Kansas, as the Marysville Bulldogs trail the Hesston Swathers 22-7, just start of the fourth quarter. Some untimely penalties for the Bulldogs was the story of that first half, as they got within 3 yards of the end zone but not able to punch it in, as a formation penalty knocked them back 5 yards early on in that first quarter. Started off the game with 4 straight punts, not something I'm used to seeing, used to calling 8-man football, but 4 straight punts to start the game before Marysville drove all the way down the field 75 yards, but not able to put it in. On that very next play, Hesston opened up the scoring with a 75-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to, believe that was Dutchendorf. So it's going to be close to the goal line now, as Hesston looking to add on, and they do. Hesston punching it in here. That's going to be number 40, Tyron Taylor, with, I believe, about we're going to call it an 8-yard touchdown run for the junior, excuse me. So just inside of quarter break, that's going to be another touchdown for Hesston as they have opened up this lead 28-7 here. Still an opportunity for Marysville, though. And the kick is high and no good. It's going to be no good to the right, so our score is going to stay here, 28-7 down here in Hesston. We're just going to go ahead and keep it here while we go switch ends here on this game. Run through the scores if you are just joining us. Marysville started off the game strong, able to drive all the way down the field, multiple possessions, but not able to punch it in. I think that's been the story of the night, and penalties. In that first half, Marysville had 5 penalties to Hesston's none. Really knocked Marysville out of field goal and touchdown range. Marysville was able to get 2 field goal tries, though, off as Jack Lauer was not able to get them to go through. The senior booting one to the left side and the other one to the right side, overcompensating a little, and that held us at zeros. After his second missed field goal, a 75-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Ferralis to the big number 85, Asher Dutchendorf, opened up the scoring for the Swathers, 8-0. After that, a 3-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to Jake Proctor made it 14-0, 15-0 after the extra point. Just before halftime was when that score. Coming out of half, a 28-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to number 1, Jake Fry, as he climbed the ladder here near side, got the touchdown. Extra point go on that, made us 22-0. Following that, Peyton Smith fumbled the ball about midfield for the Bulldogs, but unfortunately for Marysville, nothing came out of that drive as the Marysville defense held strong, held the Swathers scoreless in that game, and Marysville just able to answer back after that. 28-yard touchdown run by Will Otot right up the middle, extra point good from Jake Lauer. And just moments ago, right inside of the fourth quarter break, an 8-yard touchdown run by number 40, Tyron Taylor, has extended this lead for the Swathers out to 28-7 after the extra point was no good. Here on the kickoff, the ball goes out of bounds, so Marysville will get very good field position, starting field position at their own 35. Of course, without their normal starting fullback, Peyton Smith, he has been sidelined with an injury. I believe I don't see him out there right now. It's going to be in his backup position, Tremont Hornbeek, as it's going to go Rook Williams to the left side for about a 5-yard run there, as that brings up a second down and shorter for Marysville. Clock continuing to run, 11:35 here. Marysville needing to find an answer, needing to find a way to get quick points on the board. Trailing 28-7 here, 1:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Talked about it early. Marysville offense looked good, but they just kind of came out dead. They didn't come out with the same energy in the second half, and it was evident on the field as the Swathers held the ball for almost 6 or 7 minutes, drove about 80 yards down the field, we'll call it 75, and was able to get a touchdown just after that. On this second down play, gain of about a half a yard there, Rook Williams right up the middle as he kept that option, kept it himself over here right side, as that's going to bring up a long 3rd down and 5 now for the Bulldogs. Unfamiliar territory you don't want to be in if you're Coach Tony Trimble and his Bulldogs in this position. Trailing 28-7, clock continuing to roll, needing to find an answer offensively. Still with time left, but quick points are going to need to be what happens. Ball is going to be on the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs as they're looking to get across midfield. It's going to be a bunch formation here. Marysville's trying to get set. 2 tight ends, and I believe we're going to have a delay of game penalty, and that's what it is. Couldn't quite get set as a new Marysville player came into the game, Dakota Slupionic, the 6'1", 230 sophomore, able to get a little playing time here, came in, couldn't quite get set in the right position. delay of game for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring up an even longer 3rd down and 10. So you go from 3rd and manageable-ish to now 3rd and long. Let's see what Tony Trimble wants to do with his offense here on this 3rd down and 10. Important drive here to keep the ball out of the hands of the Swathers as they have been able to march up and down the field late here in the second half. We're going to fake the handoff down to the fullback. It's going to be dropping off left-handed, back to pass, Rook Williams. Rook Williams still looking for someone, finds someone with a heck of a pass there on the sideline. That's his brother, Rhett Williams. Boy, I think they've probably done that in the backyard a time or two as Rhett was able to tiptoe the sideline. That's going to be a 25-yard pitch and catch from brother to brother. I didn't think Rook had any place to fit that football in on the far sideline, but Rhett was able to keep those feet inbound and just able to get the toes in and the catch made, as that's going to bring up a 1st down for the Bulldogs, something that they were needing. Needed 10 yards, got about 15, 20 on that, exactly what they were looking for now into Swather territory. Able to hook up there. Rook to Rhett. Haven't called that name very often tonight. Maybe we'll start to see it now as Rhett is split out here right side. We're going to run option, and Rhett just slips up. Little slick spot there on the field as we're going to have a penalty on the Swathers. That's going to be a late hit on the quarterback as Rook Williams took it up the middle on the option keeper himself. Rook fell to the ground. We're going to have a personal foul penalty as a Swather defender fell on top of him. Of course, we are in the age of protecting the quarterback, and that's what that call there was. I don't blame him one bit, but Rook Williams just not able to keep his feet in. And that is going to be the story of that play. But a 1st down getting out of it eventually. So a positive for the Bulldogs. This clock continues to run. Still trailing 28-7 though, but now marching deep into Hesston territory. 28-7, Hesston leading your Marysville Bulldogs. Clock running at 9:30 left here to play. Ball setting at the 24-yard line as that was a big 15 yards for the Bulldogs. We're going to go I formation, of course, with Hornbeak in the backfield. It's going to be Otop behind him. 2 receivers left side. It's going to go middle to Hornbeak. Take that back. It's going to be Otop on the right side. Stiff arm from Otop up to the 10, and now going to be pushed out of bounds about the 7 or 8 yard line. Good, tough running there by Will Otop. Been about 3 or 4 of those plays I've noticed so far tonight that Will Otop has kept those legs churning. A tough runner, 5'1", 175 sophomore. Got some good football ahead of him, but tonight going to need some even tougher running from everyone else on this offense. That's going to bring up another 1st down for Marysville inside the 10-yard line. Not able to capitalize so far today when the Bulldogs have got into the red zone. 0 of 2 so far tonight. It's going to be I formation with Hornbeak. It's going to give to Hornbeak. Hornbeak up the middle. Touchdown run, Tremont Hornbeak. 9-yard touchdown run for the junior as he took the spot of fullback of Peyton Smith, rumbled up the middle. That's going to bring our score down to 28-13. So inching even closer are the Bulldogs here. Still 9 minutes left to play in this game. Plenty of opportunity, but needing to get the extra point to go here. Every point is critical as Jake Lauer lines up again for the extra point. Kick is up. Kick is through the middle. Looks like it's good. It is good. That's going to bring us to 28-14 as the Marysville Bulldogs only trail by 14 here. 9 minutes left to play in the 4th quarter. We are going to take a quick 30-second break, but stay right here as you're listening to your Marysville Bulldogs battle the Hesston Swathers here on KNDY Radio, home of the Marysville Bulldogs.
Sunflower Community Credit Union recognizes that members' health, both personal and financial, is top priority. In order to make your banking a completely safe experience, they're proud to now offer drive-in convenience, Monday through Friday, 7:30 till 5:30, Saturday, 8:30 till noon. Lending can be done remotely as well. Contact their friendly loan officers at 562-3741. New members always welcome. Call, go online, or drop by Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville for more details. Caring about your personal and financial health, Sunflower Community Credit Union.
back here in Hesston as your Marysville Bulldogs able to put on another 6 points or 7 points after the extra point as Will Otot rumbled around. Excuse me, that was not Will Otot. That was fullback Tremont Hornbeek as he has come in to play that position, a position he is familiar with for injuries from the senior Peyton Smith early on here in this game as he is on the sideline still, but Hornbeek making the most of his carries as he rumbled, bumbled, and stumbled for a 9-yard touchdown run there, bringing our score 28-14 after a Jack Lauer extra point. So, 2-score game, 9 minutes left to go. Talked about it early on in this game. Marysville did look fairly good in the first half, running the ball and getting some yards, but just not able to capitalize. Looks like we've got an onside kick coming here for Marysville. It's going to go far side, going to take a high bounce, going to roll around a little bit, but taken in and secured by number 4 for Hesston, Brett Cox. Hands team, the 5'8", 165 senior, able to secure that kickoff for the Swathers. So, a dice that Tony Trimble needed to roll here as grid field position for the Swathers will start off at their own 45-yard line. Still 9 minutes left to go. Marysville defensively has done decent here in this last couple drives. Getting a stop, of course, helped out big by some penalties on Hesston just a few moments ago, 2 drives ago, pushed them all the way back to what was a 2nd and 44. Now, Hesston will start this first drive here, or this drive on the 45 on their own side. It's going to be Taylor up middle, rolling behind his pulling right guard. Taylor keeps rumbling, stumbling up towards the first down marker. I think they're going to give it to him. Those legs are still churning as no one's able to take down the shifty Taylor. Using all 175 of that mass to pick up the first down. Tyrone Taylor, a tough runner coming out of the backfield and able to catch it too, having a few good hands team plays already, able to catch a few passes out of the backfield. Game has slowed down here in the second half. We had a quick-moving first half. We're still with 8 minutes left to play here in this game. 8:34 to be exact here in this game. Marysville trailing still 28-14. Just got a 9-yard touchdown score from Tremont Hornbeek moments ago. It's going to be a handoff again to Taylor. He's met in the backfield, bounces off a would-be tackler as he gets back to the line of scrimmage. That was big number. Can't see who that number was getting in the backfield there, but a bevy of Marysville tacklers met him in the backfield, stopped him for a no gainer. So brings up a 2nd down and 10, just what the doctor ordered. We have a 2nd down and long. Marysville defense needing to get another stop. Would suspect probably a play-action pass here coming sometime soon. Marysville starting to creep up to the line. Of course, it's that time of the game needing to stop. There it is. Nope, it gives off to his running back. That's going to be number 12, Bailey Reed, running it. A tough runner. Another senior there getting an opportunity. I believe we have a flag on the far side. Braden Delawalkie getting the stop for the Bulldogs as that defensive line is starting to come back alive here for the Marysville Bulldogs. Going to sort out the penalty here on the play, see what we got going on. Ball sets right now as we stand at about the 40-yard line. It's going to be a chop block on the defense. Don't see that very often, but a mistake there by the Bulldogs is that's going to give the Hesston Swathers a free 10 yards as that's going to march the ball deep into Marysville territory inside the 30 as now this Bulldog defense is really needing to find a stop. Clock continuing to run here. 7:30 left to play here in the fourth quarter. 28-14 is your score, but Hesston knocking on the door again. Marysville able to get a touchdown just moments ago to cut it to 14, but needing to get a stop here, giving up a free 10 yards just seconds ago on a chop block penalty. It's going to be a run up the middle by number 49, Carter Gonzalez, as he keeps those legs rolling. It's going to be a gain of about 5 or 6. And like I said again, this is kind of what you want to see if you're a Hesston, and this is exactly what you don't want to see if you're Marysville. Clock continuing to roll, and Hesston marching down closer and closer to the goal line. Marysville defensive front needing to get some pressure, get some stops in the backfield. 2 plays ago, they had Taylor stop dead to rights, but the shifty back able to break out of a tackle. Now we're going to have a long motion here. It's going to go middle inside, a little zone option. Cutting back to the right side is Bailey Reed as he's getting some opportunities here in this second half. Getting the stop for Marysville was number 8, Rhett Williams, as the corner comes in and gets the defensive stop, but nonetheless, that's going to be a first down for the Swathers. Swathers now inside the 15-yard line of Marysville as the ball sets at the 14. 6:30 left to play here in this game. Marysville trailing by 14. There's a time to get a stop. It is now. Turnover would be ideal for your Bulldogs. It's going to be on the backfield still. Bailey Reed sitting there to the right of Hudson Perales as the quarterback. 2 receivers out right, and they are going to give it to Reed as he sneaks his way through the line, and that's going to be Rhett Williams coming up strong again from his corner position, getting a tackle. Big physical corner that likes to get in there and put his nose to the grindstone. Big physical stop there, but that's going to bring up a second down, and we're going to call it 8 as a couple yards were gained there for Reed and the Swather offense. Clock continuing to roll, under 6 minutes to play here. Marysville still trailing 14-28, trailing by 14. Easy math for the announcer here tonight. It's going to go in motion, a swing pass here right side to Sanchez. Sanchez looking for a hole over on that right side, getting up and close to the first down, able to get a first down. I believe that's going to be at the 5-yard line, but going to be come up just short, I believe, as getting the stop was number 16, Nathan Fisher, coming in for the Bulldogs, getting some action here late in this game. 3rd down and 3, 5 minutes left to go here in this game. Hesston knocking on the door again, but the Bulldog defense wanting to hold strong, force at worst a field goal try. Got to believe there's going to be some power coming up the middle here from Hesston as a fullback is in the game. Taylor is back in the backfield again. Handoff goes to Taylor. It is going to go up the middle right behind the fullback. He's going to go pretty close to a first down. Tackled hard again by, I believe that was Rhett Williams at his cornerback position. They are signaling 4th down. So big play coming up here for the Bulldogs as Hesston was not able to get that first down. Clock continuing to run. 4:30 left to play here in this game, but a 4th down, and we're going to call it a good one at the 5-yard line. Able to get a first down without getting a touchdown. Marysville needing to get a stop. Lots of defensive tackles right there at the middle. They've already ran 2 quarterback sneaks. That's Hesston. Marysville is ready for that. It's going to be in the backfield to the left of Ferralis. It's going to be Reed. It's going to go to Reed, and Reed's going to sneak up the middle for a Swather touchdown. Six-yard touchdown run there by number 12, Bailey Reed, as he now extends this lead for the Swathers up to 34-14. We'll see what happens on the kickoff, but that might have been the last nail in the coffin for the Marysville Bulldogs. Kick is up, and kick is good, I believe. It's going to push the lead up 35-14 as the Swathers have extended their lead here against the Marysville Bulldogs. We're going to take just a quick break. Marysville trailing. Oh, no, we're not. We have some laundry on the field, so we'll keep it here for just a second left. I believe we have a false start on the Swathers, so I think we're going to redo that kick. That's going to scoot you back 5 yards on that play. Let's see what the Swathers decide to do. So from the Marysville standpoint, you had an opportunity. You had a 4th down and 1 to get a stop inside your own 5, but not able to get it as the Swathers answered back a 6-yard touchdown run from number 12, Bailey Reed, the 5'8", 160 senior. Kick is blocked, so that's going to keep it where we stand, 34-14. That was number 8, Rhett Williams, getting in there and getting that block for the Bulldogs. We're going to take one quick break. We'll bring it right back here after 30 seconds. You're listening to Marysville Bulldogs football, the home of the Bulldogs, KNDY Radio, 94.1 and 1570.
Your hometown partner with any do-it-yourself project is Hometown Lumber of Marysville and Axtell Lumber of Axtell. Serving the community for over 20 years, expert knowledge accompanied by a helpful smile and reassuring handshake will tell you you're in the right place. With all your building needs, they are ready to help you. Stocked with a full line of lumber and hardware to go along with tools, plumbing supplies, paint, and lawn and garden, you'll leave knowing you've made the right choice by stopping at Axtell Lumber and Hometown Lumber in Marysville.
Back here in Hesston, as the Swathers have let's see if I can pronounce that right here tonight. Swathers got another touchdown run, a 6-yard touchdown run from senior Bailey Reed. Stumbled as Marysville had a 4th down and 1 opportunity to shut the door and have a chance, trailing 17, but now they're trailing 24-14, trailing by 20 after the extra point is no good. Opportunity here for Rhett Williams down the right side, now looking to cut it back. Good running there by Rhett, but he is going to be stopped by a bevy of Hesston defenders right at the 30-yard line. So Marysville here in week 9, trailing by 20. I've seen some strange things happen in my life. Let's see if we can see one more strange thing happen here tonight. Marysville trailing by 20, 34-14, just under 5 minutes left to play here in this game. Needing a quick score, and quick, I think, is the opportune word. Not much time to work with here as the Swathers offense has just been able to run up and down this Marysville defense here in the second half after a stout showing from the defensive front here for Marysville. We're going to run an option play. Now we're going to look back to pass. Left-handed Williams swings it to his brother, Rhett Williams. Rhett down the right side, 50. Rhett looking to break a tackle, 40. Rhett down the sideline, breaks 1 tackle, gets up to the 30, and that is a good pitch and catch, just what we were needing. Brother to brother as they hook up there. Rhett Williams streaking across the middle. Don't know how Rook got that ball in there, but Rhett was able to pick it off the fingertips of his defenders, as that's a 35-yard pass and catch from brother to brother. Second one we've seen here tonight. Big when Marysville needed, and showing up big are the senior boys. So Marysville now needing to go in a little bit of a hurry up. 3:40 left to play, still trailing by 20, but now well inside Hesston territory. Almost looks like a false start, but we're not going to call it. Rolling back out is Williams, and he's going to throw it far side to Will Othod as he's going to get out of bounds, and they're going to call a horse collar tackle, I believe, on that sideline. Got his hands up there towards the neck roll of Will Othod, pulled back a little bit. He was close to out of bounds, so let's see what the refs decide here on this one. If they do call it a horse collar, it's going to be a big 15-yard penalty and give Marysville a great opportunity already deep inside Swather territory as the Williams brothers hooked up there for a long 35-yard pass just a moment ago. Marysville still trailing, though, here late in this game. 3:32, they are going to call it, going to be a face mask instead of a horse collar, but 15 yards nonetheless. March them on down, boys. That's going to be ball inside the 15-yard line of the Swathers here. Golden opportunity for the Bulldogs to put another score up on the board and see what this defense can do. Trailing by 20, you never know what could happen. I would assume if a score comes, another offensive or another onside kick will be coming for the Bulldogs. But first things first, they need to get a score. Tony Trimble and his Bulldogs inside the 15, setting at the 11-yard line of the Swathers, and we're going to have a false start as Rhett Williams went in motion behind his offensive line. Believe that got them to jump just a little bit. That's going to be a false start on Marysville, knocking them back 5 yards. Not what the doctor ordered on that one. 3:30 left to play here in this game. Marysville still trailing by 20, but knocking on the door with a golden opportunity here to cut it down to at least 14 late in this game. Moments ago, a big pass play from brother to brother. Rook Williams caught up with his brother Rhett Williams for a 35-yard pass completion. Brought it deep into Hesston territory, followed up by a run from Will Othod that yielded a face mask penalty. Now we set at the 16-yard line of Hesston. It's going to be a swing pass outside. Rhett Williams running hard. Rhett Williams runs over a player, gets out of bounds, preserves that most important thing right now, and that is time. Marysville running out of time, but still opportunity to play. been very impressed with Rhett Williams so far here tonight. He has come up big on the defensive side. You never see this kid stop, 100% all the time going, and a great team player, too, here so far tonight. Some big pass catches and some big-time moments when they needed him as well, stepping up here for this senior class. Of course, Week 9 here as the Marysville Bulldogs face off against the Hesston Swathers. Marysville needing a comeback to continue on their season, as this is the quintessential start of playoffs here. It's going to be two receivers left side. Rhett's going to go in motion. It's going to be fullback fake. Rook's going to roll left side. Rook's going to go in for the touchdown, but we have a flag in the backfield. I believe that's going to be, yes, and it is going to be a holding. Usually when that happens, a flag on that outside. Rhett did a good job of stepping back, evading the first tackler, but a lot of times when that quarterback escapes out of the pocket, not able to find their way through, and that is going to be a hold. So that's going to move Marysville back now. I believe it's going to be outside the red zone. Yes, just outside the red zone, setting at about the 22-yard line. Going to bring up a long 2nd down and 21. Let's see what Coach Trimble has tied up for his Bulldogs here tonight. Opportunity still for the Bulldogs as we have come to a screeching halt in terms of time. Last 3 minutes have just absolutely seemed to drag on by penalties and getting out of bounds, but that's what Marysville needs. 3:23 left here to play in this game, knocking off the opportunity just outside the red zone. It's going to be Williams back to pass. We're going to have another flag thrown. Pass is going to be tipped and incomplete just off the hands of his brother Rhett, but another flag on the play, going to be close to the line of scrimmage. It is going to be an incomplete pass, so it would bring up a 3rd down and a face mask on the offense. So moments ago on the Will Otot run, they called a face mask on the defense, not able to take advantage of that, and now a face mask on the offense as Marysville has moved themselves and sent them back well outside of the red zone now. Tough field position for the Bulldogs as that's going to bring up a 3rd down. With that incomplete, they're actually going to decline the penalty and bring up a 3rd down here. So last chance for romance here for the Bulldogs, needing to get a score, trailing by 20. 34-14, 3:15 left to play here in this game. Marysville setting just outside the red zone at the 22, but a 3rd down and 21. Need to get to the 1-yard line to get a 1st down. Rook's going to look to pass, catches someone. Oh, we got one of those fumbles again. It's going to be caught. They're going to be calling down. Not for sure exactly what it is, but a fumble was picked up by Hesston. Hesston running down the far near sideline. And I believe they're going to keep it in Heston's ball. Marysville tried to run the old flea flicker, flick it out quick to your wide receiver, hit your running back coming around the end, just as Hesston tried to do in the first half, but disrupted. I thought the receiver was down on the ground like they were in the first half, but no call from the officials here. And it's going to be a pass complete and a fumble on that play. Hesston takes over possession on what I believe will be Marysville's last chance here tonight, as all the stops had to be pulled out. Tony Trimble had to give it a try, but not able to get the touchdown they were needing as Hesston takes over the ball. 3 minutes left to play here in this 4th quarter. It's going to be a run up the middle by number 12, Bailey Reed, as the ball comes out late. Marysville saying they need it. This might be the break they need. Nope, he is down. They're going to call him down for the count, as that's going to bring up a 2nd down. Clock going to continue to run as Marysville trails 34-14 here late in this game. Marysville having all 3 timeouts, not using it, but I believe Coach Tony Trimble is going to call off the Dogs here. Trailing 20 with 2:22 left to play here in this game. I think this will be it for the Marysville football season. Running as much clock as possible is Hesston here. It's going to be a flip up to number 49, Gonzalez, over the right side. Gonzalez continuing to run here up towards the 45, not getting close towards the 1st down. Going to bring up a 3rd down and 3. Will Tony Trimble use the timeout? I don't believe he is. Clock's going to continue to run. Under 2 minutes left to play here in this game. Marysville still trailing 34-14. Play gets up to, I believe, the 46-yard line of Hesston as they look to get a first down here. Marysville needing to get a stop, but not much they can do if they get a ball. Clock running, 1:36, 1:35. Marysville trailing 34-14. Last play here. It's going to be Reed up the middle. Reed for a first down, and that's basically going to do it for the Marysville Bulldogs here as the Swathers have taken care of business here at home. Clock going to continue to run, 1:20, clock winding. All we need is some knees. So for the Marysville Bulldogs, a gallant effort down here in Hesston. Just some knees to finish it off, and the game will be over. But a gallant effort by the senior-led team. Obviously not how the season was wanting to go for first-year head coach Tony Trimble. We'll come away this season with a 3-6 record after this loss, but not where they wanted to set, and a tough way to end the senior season. You can see the look on a lot of these Marysville players' faces, having the opportunity to work with some of them this year and having the opportunity to talk to all of you in the community. We knew how much the senior class meant to Marysville, and it's tough for anyone to watch this, especially being in their shoes not many years ago. This is a tough way to go out. The last knee is going to send it away for the Bulldogs as our final score is going to be 34-14 down here in Hesston. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back here as the Marysville Bulldogs fall to the Hesston Swathers 34-14.
It's service you can always trust at Sink Gordon & Associates in Waterville and Marysville. Their experience in all matters of farm, business, and individual income tax planning and preparation, estates and trust, accounting and payroll services too. Call Chad Parker in Waterville at 363-2263 or Aaron Wright in Marysville at 562-3858. Sink Gordon & Associates, comprehensive and innovative accounting in Northeast Kansas since 1946.
Honeyman Auto Sales and Service. Drive by or check inventory online at honeymanauto.com. You can even schedule a test drive online as well. With lots of choices, Honeyman works to make yours the best buying experience with customer service a top priority. Competitive pricing, knowledgeable staff, and superior customer service right here at home. With a full service shop and a selection of both cars and trucks in all price ranges, see Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, East Pony Express Highway, Marysville today.
Down here in Hesston, the Marysville Bulldog season comes to a disappointing end, ending the season 3-6 as Hesston moves on in Week 9 playoffs, moving their record to 6-3. A gallant effort from your Marysville Bulldogs, but not able to pull off the come-from-behind victory, losing with a final score of 34-14. So a good-fought game by the Marysville Bulldogs. Had some opportunities early on in that game, not able to capitalize deep in the red zone of the Swathers, and some untimely, unforced penalties by the Bulldogs was really the key to this game. Defense played well enough, I believe, to give them a win. If they could have come away with 2 touchdowns early on in that game on their drives that went inside the 20, we would have been having a totally different conversation here tonight, folks. So a tough way for the seniors to go out for the Marysville Bulldogs, but without a doubt, a good season under first-year head coach Tony Trimble. Marysville Bulldogs in the season 3-6 as the Hesston Swathers move on in the playoffs, now record 6-3. We'll be right back here in just a short while with stats and scores to wrap it up here down in Hesston. Once again, Marysville Bulldogs fall to the Hesston Swathers 34-14.
Take the worry out of ordering and refilling your propane tanks with Kramer Oil. Great people to work with. Their family has been serving your family since 1976. Customize your account with delivery and automatic refill, prepaid discount, or level billing options available. Hard work, integrity, and dedication to the community are hallmarks that Kramer Oil lives by and promise to deliver for you. Join the family today with a phone call to Kramer Oil in Marysville. Find them online at krameroil.com.
Just like our area athletes work each day in practice to perform at their best in the big game, the staff at Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer, work daily to provide the best parts and service experience when you need it most. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations. We know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one. Bruna Implement Company, since 1947.
Anyone can sell you soybean seed. Channel Seedsman place product to perform. With Channel XtendFlex soybeans and Channel Roundup Ready 2 Extend soybeans, you'll get the superior weed control you want and the high yield potential you need. Make the most of next season with the Roundup Ready Extend crop system and expert recommendations from Channel Seedsman. Ask a seedsman in your area for recommendations for your fields. Check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. Always read and follow pesticide label directions.
United Bank and Trust has been fulfilling the banking needs of families and businesses in Northeast Kansas for decades. United Bank and Trust is always advancing and is excited to introduce a new and improved mobile banking app for your smartphone. Simply search UBT Mobile in the App Store and download. It's a mobile-fast world, and so is United Bank and Trust, the bank for your future. United Bank and Trust, banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here in Hesston as your Marysville Bulldogs end their season on a losing note, but a tough, valiant effort from the boys, falling to the Hesston Swathers 34-14 on this beautiful Friday night down here in Hesston, Kansas. No scoring in the first quarter. As the first quarter moved right along, so did that first half. Opened up the game after Marysville missed 2 early field goals. Hesston opened up the scoring with a 75-yard touchdown pass from Hudson Ferralis to number 85, Aston Duchenoff. Following that up right before the quarter, the Swathers took a long 4-minute drive all the way down the field, topped it off with a 3-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to number 2, Jake Proctor, his first down touch on the night, bringing our score to 15-0. Coming out of halftime, Hesston was the first one to answer, and that is about where we stood. Hesston got a 28-yard touchdown pass from Ferralis to Fry as he climbed the ladder here near side to pull in the 28-yard touchdown after the extra point was good, made it 22-0. Big turning point in this game. Had an opportunity, Marysville did, to go down and get a score, but Peyton Smith fumbled at midfield with 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. 2 minutes later, though, after a good defensive stop, Marysville was able to answer back after Will Otant got a 28-yard touchdown run there, bringing us 22-7 after Jack Lauer extra point. Hesston added on another one with an 8-yard touchdown run by Tyron Taylor on a short 4th down and 1 from the 5. That was later on. And Marysville answered back, though, with one more as they made it a close game, or made it seem like a close game here late in the second half. A 9-yard touchdown run by backup fullback Tremont Hornbeek brought us to 28-14 after another Jack Lauer extra point with 9:04 left to play in the fourth quarter. But the final nail in the coffin was a 6-yard touchdown run by backup running back Bailey Reed for the Hesston Swathers with 4 minutes left to play. Marysville had an opportunity driving late in this game. A little trick play did not go the way they intended it, and a fumble ended up being the final nail in the coffin for the Bulldogs. Running offensively, though, a good night for Rhett Williams. He ended up with 65 yards. Peyton Smith, as he battled injuries all night tonight, ended up 48 yards. Rick Williams had a 32 yards on the ground, and we're going to go ahead with probably close to 100 yards receiving with 2 great passes from his brother to Rook. And Will Otant was the story of the night for the Bulldogs. 7 rushing attempts for 113 yards. The junior was able to get to the edge, able to get to the edge and get some big plays for the Bulldogs. So your Marysville Bulldogs finish off their season 34-14 loss down here at Hesston, finishing off Coach Tony Trimble's first season here in Marysville with a 3-6 record. I want to thank you all for tuning in tonight. Of course, I want to thank all our sponsors, as always, for supporting Marysville football throughout the season. My name is Max Blasky, and we will just see you next time.
At your service 24/7, on air, online, and on our mobile app. News, weather, sports, and more. Yours from KNDY.